What's up, everybody? We are back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday Night Review on the OTR on the Radar Collectible Show. Let's get it. We got a lot of stuff to get into this Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen. We got the whole crew here. We've got the one and only Big Leg, our resident lawyer, Vinny Kumar, the one and only Three Sticks, back from pulling in a deer from his garage and getting at it. Oh, you didn't get
wish.
One?
Didn't get one, but it is go time in about 2 days. So.
And the one and only Marcus.
God damn it, I'm fresh off the jet, sharper than Gillette, the best you can get. I am back, baby. Woo! You got to feel it. You got to feel it. God damn it, it feels good, don't it? I'm telling you, I'm here. I'm back in the Sanctum Symptomonium. I'm here. We out here, baby. We out here. What we doing today? We getting money. Big Leg, Vinny Kumar, Trey, Brian McClay. We getting money. Finessing and jugging. What are we doing today? We out here.
You should have been helping Trey get them big bucks.
You know, I'm gonna say this. I'm very upset about. I was not in Houston when Trey came to come do what he needed to do. I was in Atlanta. I was at a movie premiere. I apologize to you, Trey. Vinny picked me up. Right? Just watch this. Vinny picks me up in a Tesla, and he takes me to the nastiest wing stop I've ever been to in America. And Vinny said that these wings. Oh, what's it called?
Edgewood Pizza.
Edgewood Pizza. Don't go there. First of all, I ain't gonna say don't go there because the pizza was actually really good, but the wings were just super salty. But we were coming from a place. But first of all, you walk in, they all know who Vinny is. The girl walking, big booty girl from Brooklyn. Hey, Vinny. I was like, wait a minute, Vinny. Hold on, Vinny, you married. Hold on, Vinny, you married.
He said Vinny's married.
I said, hold on, Vinny, you married. But baby, I'm here. Welcome to the Peppermint Palace. I'm out here. What we doing?
Yo,
welcome to the Peppermint Palace.
I mean, that's pretty much accurate.
That's what sucked. I literally had Big Leg. I had Ryan. I had Ryan in town. And I was gonna make Marcus go out with Ryan and I for a night. I'm telling you, it would have. I'll do it next time. But you're gonna have some white boy fun. You'll have a different respect for me after we go out.
Brother, I promise you, we're gonna get into it. It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. I look forward to it.
But for real, dude, you got to go to that Rainbow fucking Bridge joint to eat. Holy shit.
I've heard about it, but
what'd you get?
I've heard about it.
Menu looks spectacular.
Dude, I'm not adventurous at all. I'm fucking too American. Like I just got the steak, but they had like Meal Guy, which is an African like antelope. They had all kinds of wild game on there and shit like that. He got some sort of exotic sheep, like a lamb chops.
Oh no, I wouldn't have ate that. First of all, you said antelope. I'm not gonna eat no goddamn antelope. You can cut that right now. Antelope ass.
Fucking hold you down and open your mouth when you get in, Marcus. I mean, you get a choice.
But I'm okay. Long as we got choice. Okay, cool. That's
I mean, this ain't like you know.
Yeah. I'll have the antelope ass. Nah, I'm good. I'm okay.
But hey, honestly, it was one of the better steaks I've had, and you wouldn't think about like when he goes, "Hey, we're going to this Rainbow place." I'm looking at him like, "The fuck we are." I was like, I need a couple. I had to Google reviews, the Yelp reviews. I needed to make sure where the fuck we were going. And oh Lord, here's the best part about it though. This is a true story, guys. I have never,
I get it,
not one time in my life valeted a car. I had a rental. It was a fucking. It couldn't have been a $6,500 Sentra. It literally. It was like lopsided and the whole 9 yards. And we pull up and there's a brand new 2011 a 21 Corvette in front of me, a fucking Maserati behind me, and I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not pulling this piece of shit up for valet. He's like, you have to. He's like, that's the only way you can park here. I was like, I'll park across the street and walk over. He's like, no, we can't do that. I'll never forget handing the keys to this guy and looking at his fucking face. I'm like, this is a fucking rental. First of all, I wouldn't do this to begin with. But that's a hustle. You got to pay $20 to fucking park at the restaurant before you even eat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And understand this, you in Texas, so outside of it's either a truck or you're going to see a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Maserati, or something very expensive. Even the trucks will be super expensive. Yeah.
The 2013 Sentra was definitely not the top fish in the pond.
Was that Turo, dude? You get some guys Turo?
The best thing about it was I drove like 129 miles and the motherfucker never went off the far full. So I think the gas gauge was broke. So that was a win. So turn that bitch in. Get it. Right, hey, Big Leg knows the greatest rental car story. The very first year I was in Baltimore, they gave me like a Prius or it was a Chevy fucking Volt. I think the statute of limitations is over with. I really do. But I get a semi on the way to the con. A semi like swerves over and almost hits me. I go over. I rake the fucking side of this Chevy Volt on this. I mean, like sandpaper rake it for 20 seconds. I get out and look at it, and I'm just like, I was like, I cannot believe this just happened. I take photos, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything just yet. I swear to God, the next morning, I was like, it was early. I was the first flight out. So I turned in the rental car in about 4:30. And I see this guy, and he's in a chair. And it was on the passenger side, so I was able to drive in. And I pull up, and I get the keys. And he's like, hey, man, just put the keys in the box. I swear to Christ, I've never heard a word from the fucking rental car company. Like the door, you couldn't shut the door. Like I had to go to the Dollar Tree and get bungees to get the door to shut. And they've never called. Nothing ever happened on my credit card. It was the craziest thing. It was one of my biggest life wins I think I've ever had, if we're just being honest.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Anytime I turn in a rental car, I'm like, man, please don't let them charge me for something. And I would have not done anything at all to the car, but that's just how I am. I'm like, if I see a scratch, I'm like, oh, they're gonna get me for this, like, or whatever. But that's crazy.
At the airport now, they pretty much just take your keys and like, I got my car broken into in the Gary, Indiana this summer, and smashed out the back window, put dents inside of the car, right? And I went and I turned it in, and the dude just traded me out a car. And then I went to the airport and turned in the other one, and they never called. They said for some reason, because I was over on my time or something, even though I wasn't, but I'm not getting into that. I owed like $32 for being over on the time. I just immediately went online and paid $32. I was like, let me close this fucking contract out, dude. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? I'm not calling you. I'm not going to complain because you guys were an hour late in the first place, even though they were. Nope. Here's $32. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it.
Here's another life hack. If you didn't fill up the gasoline and you got a 2-pack Reese's peanut butter cups and some Haribo gummy bears left over in a plastic bag, and you give them to the guy who checks the car in, you won't get charged for gas either. Learned that last week too. So I said,
so wait a minute. So you gave him candy?
I stopped at Big Leg knows I'm literally a 12-year-old adult with able to buy things at gas stations. Like the very first thing I do,
Trey eats like one.
Yeah, I basically first thing I do is I stop and grab a Pepsi, grab some candy, and a bag of chips. Just I got something to. So it went underneath the seat, and I didn't think about it. So like I said, when I turned the rental car in, it was still in the bag, and I was like, I'm gonna try it. Oh, it worked.
You gave him candy, and he said, "You know what? I got sugar diabetes. Just give it here. This is gonna help balance
and he
my
happened to
sugar
like the music that I was listening to. So how about that?
Okay, well there it is. I'm not mad at it. I don't really have any crazy rental car stories. The only story that I have is that Vinny picked me up in his Tesla, and he stole my wallet. I tried to get back to Houston. He stole my wallet, man. Listen, I can't find my wallet. I was looking for my wallet. I said, Vinny, my wallet is gone, bro. I was in your Tesla. Can you find my wallet, man? You know, Marcus, I just did a deep dive, and I don't know where your wallet is. All of a sudden, I start seeing shit just disappearing off my credit card, like on my banks, like, you know, like in the account.
Apple
Money's
Pay,
leaving,
MetaMask.
bro. Yeah, he's MetaMasking, bro, on my shit, bro. I was like, God damn it, Vinny. You know what I'm saying?
Check this out, you guys.
Awesome sauce. Sorry, I got to get his address. I've been literally trying to get Adam's address for the whole week. I mean, if someone has Adam, you won last week at the end of the show. If you didn't pay attention, brother.
Yeah, hell yeah! Shout out to Ferd Bird with the $4.99 super chat. Boom, there.
Get the feeling better too, Ferd.
Hell yeah! Hey, I want to remind everybody the Discord is up and running and rocking right now, and if you guys want to call into the show, you need to go sign up for the Discord. You can find the link in the description for the Discord. I also, Trey, if you could you make a voice call-in thing for under the on the radar thing, so I can jump in there, and then if anybody wants to call into the show, I can bring them up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
no guarantee we answer though, but yeah.
So, yeah. We're just starting it, so
it's like a radio request line.
It's a new trial.
Yeah. So we're gonna at some point during the show, towards the end of the show, we'll say, hey, we're gonna jump to call-ins and allow people to call in. So but once we figure all this stuff out, but you guys need to get into the Discord ASAP if you guys want to take part in any of this stuff.
Bro, Marcus is giving Marcus. Are you gonna tell tonight? Tell them what you're giving away,
bro. Okay,
before the end of the show, drop it on them.
No, I'm gonna tell them now. Let's do it. I'm gonna tell them now. Let's do it, Trey. Yo, if you're in the Discord right now, I'm gonna get Trey to take a snapshot, and you have we're gonna wait till the end of the show. You have to the end of the show to get in the Discord. I am giving away a first print Ultimate Fallout 4. That's first Miles Morales, brand new, fresh out the plastic.
What the hell?
I am giving it away. You gotta be in the Discord to win. You got to be in the Discord to win. I am giving away. What is that book going for right now? What's that book going for raw right now? Anybody? Anybody know?
It's like 1,600 and a 9.8. I know that.
Oh, and by the way, hey, I'm gonna throw in a first appearance of Riri. So what is that? The Iron Man 8? I got an Iron Man 8. I'm gonna throw in there
7 or 9, but on average, you're right. As your lawyer,
the one that has Mary Jane and Tony Stark on the cover.
7.
Boom.
I got 20 of those and 20 the second prints. I got one of those to throw into Marcus. And so we got 2 of the most exciting characters in the Marvel Comics. All you gotta do is, and like I said, the Discord, and this isn't propaganda. The Discord's been fun this fucking week. We've had some amazing conversations. We've had some really cool spec. You know what I mean? I've learned that people flip instruments like violins and guitars. Didn't know anything about that. Paul, I mean, there's been a ton of people. It's crazy, from action figures, Funko, NFTs, cryptocurrency, sports cards.
Yes.
If I'm missing anything, and here's the thing: we're not opposed to opening new channels or categories. If there's something that someone's interested in and they have a following, please. And probably Sunday, I'm going to do a referral deal, a referral link competition for the most people who refers the most people to the Discord. I'm going to do something cool for them. So,
yeah.
Maybe what we need to do is we should start putting like a current. We need to figure out something for the podcast where we put like current show or something like that, where anybody that wants to like show us anything, they can drop those pictures in there. If they say, hey, bring it up, I dropped it in the in the Discord server, that type of stuff. We're really gonna start utilizing Discord, you guys. I'm telling you, if you guys are worried about Discord being like tough to figure out, I gotta download it and all this stuff, it will change your life, and it will change all of our lives. And this is how a lot of this stuff is done now. Like, I'm contemplating just getting away from StreamYard. I'm going to start doing everything through Discord. It's very easy to bring people on shows. It's very easy to get people to call in. It's very easy to do all kinds of cool stuff through Discord and all these cool little.
I'm going to put a new link in the chat.
So yeah, and I'll say this: when I say it was popping, I was traveling the last few days. and I must have missed maybe a day or a day and a half, and there were like 600 messages that I was trying to catch up on, but it was all really cool stuff. Everybody was like very engaging conversations. Like people were talking about just different spec. Shout out to Josh and Rob. Like the international comic section was going crazy. I mean, it was awesome. So
and like Vinny said, if you are new to Discord, and Trey's definitely brought this up a couple times, getting the notifications down can sort of be a thing. It's actually not that hard. You just figure it out once you can go through. Like there's different categories. If they don't pay, like honestly, like the manga category is muted for me, but comic speculation obviously is not muted for me. Yeah, I'm not hating on anybody's saying it's just what you're into. You know what I mean? I don't have a dude, I got no. I actually go through back on everything, but I don't need notifications for everything. But so I do that on any.
He has the manga, but he has the hentai completely fucking notifications open. That's fucking
absolutely.
And
dude, like I said, guys, Josh and Robert and even in John Z, the international section is by far
that international section is popping, bro.
Josh is doing an amazing job. It's really cool. The amount of people that are stopping in and chatting like the old school. This is a good mixture of G+ and Google Chats. But I tell you what, Bryan, Sunday, depending on your schedule, I know you got a fucking show every night, but maybe we do a voice call and I can go over notifications and the 2-factor authentication with everybody. Because that is the hardest part of Discord, is getting your notifications right. Because that app will drive you bananas on desktop and in your mobile if you don't get them set. And it's not super easy. It's pretty intricate. It's good because you can get them to do exactly what you want when you start messing with them. But there's a little bit of a learning curve. Nothing that anybody in this group can't figure out. I promise. I would call out someone if they didn't think they could figure this out.
Yeah.
Well, like you'll hear your desktop alerts going off if your computer's on. When you're in the kitchen, you'd rather be on your phone.
I thought that was Discord. I swear to God, I thought that was Discord for a second there. I was like, somebody in the caller number 1 is on the Discord.
And it's easy. It's easy on a desktop. Just right click a category. You can mute that channel. It's not that hard.
And the main thing too to remember is that when you join the Discord, and in any Discord that you join, as soon as you join, hit them 3 buttons at the top and turn off all direct messages. That's going to stop like a lot of the bullshit that's going to come your way. Like even on our page, they got bad actors out there. Like somebody had already got hacked once, on the Discord, but that's because they probably left their direct messages on. When you turn off that direct messages, the only thing you get from us is from us or whatever channel that it's in. So it's not like nothing coming directly to your page, like somebody trying to offer you or sell you some shit or anything like that. So again, it's just learning the etiquette of being in Discord. But again, we're giving away an Ultimate Fallout 4, and we're giving away a reread. We're going to give them away together. Whoever wins, they win the whole enchilada. Fuck it. That's it.
Fuck it. I like it. By the way, do not ever click on a link from anything in Discord. I'm never going to send links. No one in this group.
Outside of our channel. He means like from the DMs. Like,
yes, if you get a DM from somebody with a link saying that, hey, never click on a link on Discord. Just don't do it.
Always. Matter of fact, report it. Why that is? One more time.
Why is that? Like, is it easy to get hacked and stuff that way?
When Marcus a few months ago was discussing the NFT wallets, the cold wallets, and things like this, Discord's very easy to hack unless you have two-factor authentication on, which I recommend for anything. I don't think Daryl Miller Sunday night had an issue where he was sending out links because he had to turn on two-factor authentication. I turned it on. All mods have to have two-factor authentication because that's what happens when channels get popular. They do try to attack them and the whole 9 yards. Same as any other unfortunate group nowadays.
Yeah. Yep. And you can look at it like this, Bryan, to make it all make sense. You know how sometimes, when the show is happening, then all of a sudden in the regular chat on comments, you see somebody throwing up some porn links. That's what happened in the Discord. Somebody got hacked and they were throwing up some sort of link and they kept pushing it to everybody. And it was, it'll wake you up. It's, it's a whole kind of thing. But if you turn off that direct message, then the only thing you get is from us, directly from us. It's not going to come. It's going to be from somebody within the Discord. It's not somebody that's coming in from outside the Discord trying to say, hey, join this Discord or get a free NFT when you click here. These are things that'll drain your wallet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all connected some kind of way. Because, hey, connect your wallet to this and win something free. And it's all of that. So, we getting rid of all
Did you guys catch the eBay Live stuff today by any chance?
Yes. I liked it.
I didn't get the push. Was it on mobile?
There was you had to sign up for the beta during NYCC, I believe. There was an invite that they sent out asking if you wanted to be a part of that special event program. Don't quote me if it was called special event program, but they did something about a week and a half ago. I got a notification for, but I was driving, and then I got that one today. I think it was about 4:45, and watched those Mojo breaks or whatever.
Yeah,
watch them do it, and I like the presentation. It's the whole thing. It's just. I like buying off eBay. If I can't buy hand-to-hand combat and look at you in your eyes, I know that eBay and my credit card both are going to give me a level of protection that I'm not going to get fucked over too bad in the worst-case scenario. And that's why I think that
I think they might have had a couple issues just because they had so many people in there. I mean, there was a ton of people. Chat, let us know if you were in it, if you took part in it today, if you guys saw anything that you guys liked, let us know. We want to talk about it. But I'm glad, Trey, that you were on it, because I think it's very interesting for us to do our best to kind of keep an eye on stuff like this and see how it works out, right? To let everybody else know, because the behemoth is getting ready to let everybody in. I mean, you know what I mean? Like we're getting closer and closer. They started a Live by eBay page. I don't know if you guys saw this. I signed up for this. eBay.live. There's an event calendar. I don't know what this is, but I signed up for it. Did you guys have any of you guys seen this?
I did, but I didn't get this far to it. Interesting.
Yeah. Live by eBay allows you to bid in live auctions held at scheduled times throughout the year. So all kinds of cool stuff. How does it work? It's just very interesting. So I don't know much about this. I just saw this page today. So, but I think it's interesting to continue to kind of hear what they're doing and hear what bugs they might have, because listen, they're gonna have some bugs along the way, and we're gonna be having to keep an eye on it, because this technology is new. It's new to a lot of people, and they're doing it in a very interesting way. I like their setup. I like the way it looks.
I did like that. That was the one thing I did like. And I actually like their personalities. They didn't, they were pretty neutral personalities, which I thought about that. To be the first on a platform doing this, there are going to be a ton of haters, because there's an alternate platform. So there's automatically going to be built-in hate. But I found I actually didn't mind those guys. And a lot of these breakers are just, they're trying to be personalities and et cetera. That's why I liked when you broke, Bryan. You didn't have an ego or anything. You weren't trying to fucking be the show. You were just opening people's stuff and trying to get them out. You know what I mean? You weren't dancing, and these guys didn't either. And I appreciated that. They were nice with the cards, but I just don't know about
right here. Yeah, this is it right here. I don't know if it's going to let me replay it. For some reason, it's not letting me replay it. It says replay, but it won't let me replay it. Oh, see it on the app. So you got to hit it with the QR code.
Yeah, smart. So they sending you to the app to watch it. Yeah.
So well, I mean, I got the app. When they were at NYCC, I got the live. I watched live with the first ever PSA graded Funkos. So they went live, and then like 4 hours later, with the different people from PSA and whatnot, went live with their for the entire platform push. You know what I mean? So on eBay, fuck man, they had like 18,000 people within 15 minutes live. And that's, I mean, don't get me wrong. Think of all the people with the eBay app. I don't know who all they pushed it to. I don't know if they curated it to people in like certain categories. Like, I've said this before. I don't think I've ever sold a Funko on eBay. 99% sure I haven't bought one on eBay. You can see them. I have them, but I don't think I've used eBay for them. And so that was, so I don't know how site-wide that push would be. You know what I mean? So clearly they're going to have the advantage of anybody with the eBay on their phone that gives a shit that goes in there. But, it kept growing and growing and growing. And, So it was cool. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if they can do. If you can get eBay Live from NYCC, that would have been. I'm sure that's the one I watched. Or maybe we're one of those. Whatever. Who cares? Yeah. So interesting stuff.
One of the things.
And let's be clear. eBay got the money to do all this shit. They have the budget and the marketing and the manpower to pull this shit off and make it a premier destination for people to do this kind of shit. And they own an
authentication service right now. That's the one thing that it's so nice. Like I've been showing those things off. It's sent to someone. They take care of all the bullshit for you. They're doing it on raw high-end cards too. I don't know if you could know that. Like there's some of the Star Jordan rookies and things like that have the authentication guarantee on there. So if you buy a raw Jordan or something like that and you're interested in one of those, make sure it has that authenticity guarantee, because that's a free service. That is, I mean, I don't know what you would pay in any other part, but I mean, it's got to be a $40, $50 value.
Well,
maybe more than that.
You said it the best, Trey, is that like coming from eBay, they already have the authentication service. They have a long record of, positive business. And I mean, yeah, we all have our issues with eBay every once in a while, but for the most part, eBay has just been, a big part of the collectible industry, and having us be able to put money in our pockets and also pick up items that we'd never be able to find anywhere else. I mean, it changed life for everybody, and it's going to be interesting to see how it continues. And this next topic, I usually don't bring this up on Wednesday nights. I sometimes save this for Saturday nights, but it's something that I want to bring up with you guys, because we like to talk about cards a lot over here, and this seems to be happening a lot in the comic world over there, but in the card world, I've noticed it. And shout out to the sports card radio boys. They did something. They talked about something very interesting that kind of blew me away. And let me see if I can find it. And that is the fact that Whatnot decided to put $50,000 in a bunch of people's hands and let them go and take that $50,000 and spend it at the Dallas Card Show. Now, let me just give you an idea of what we're talking about here real quick. Shout out to the boys over at Sports Card Radio.
Kick things off with that Whatnot making it rain 50,000 big ones on many influencers here on YouTube as they descended on that Dallas Card Show, perceivably to buy cards at retail prices, because anybody that has been to a card show over the last couple of months have realized it's many overpriced tables trying to get 2021 prices when those prices have declined. So I'm not really sure of the strategy here, sending these guys out to this card show with $50,000 to buy these cards at retail to then have to go and resell these to you on Whatnot.
What do you guys think about that strategy?
Y'all better mute.
And Trey, I want to know your thoughts on it too.
I need to let Vinny know what I need to text Vinny and find out what I can and can't say and go from there.
Well, the reason I say this is because they did this in the comic world too early on. And all it did was cause backlash. And I feel that's exactly what's going to happen now with the card thing. Now that the event, that the event is over with, that everybody's going to see how, you're giving $50,000 to a guy to go spend all this money at a card show and then sell it on the app. Like, who got the money? How did that work? And we know who got the money in the comic when the comic promotion happened. So it's very interesting, and I just don't know if that's a promotion that is. What do you guys think?
Let me say this: they knew who to get that money to, because they'd have gave that $50K to me, and it wouldn't have been no cards bought. They'd have been still at the damn convention looking for me. What did he do with the money? Where did he go? $50,000 just to go grab some cards? Oh no, it's gone. That money gone, Jack.
First of all, the pageantry and with people losing their jobs at the rate they're fucking losing their jobs, people dumping their fucking possessions at wholesale prices to pay grocery bills, and then you got people just giving $50,000. That's unfucking realistic. That's an unrealistic thing, and they're putting this bullshit out. And you see these fucking kids. Do you remember when we were kids? What $5 could do at a card store?
Trey, I remember every card show, right? There was a card show that would happen every 2 weeks at Valley West Mall here in Phoenix. My dad would take me and my best friend there, and I would work all those 2 weeks for $20. That $20 would last me for 4 hours at the card show, and I would get to spend $2.50 on a fucking DQ burger, fries, and a fucking sundae at the end of it for that $20, man. It was glorious, and you're 100% right. Kids can't afford this shit anymore.
50. I can't fucking afford it.
Yeah, dude.
I can't. I'm dead ass serious. There might be one person in this chat who could, and then you're just giving it to assholes. First of all, the card influencers are the fucking worst. They literally are. The Gucci fucking rips and the people like that. If you can't smell the skunk on those motherfuckers, I can't deal with you to begin with. I'm serious. The smell, if you can't visibly see the smell on some of these people, they already got you. First of all, I want to ask questions. Who were the comic book influencers they gave the money to?
Who were some of the comic book influencers that they did?
Don't be afraid to name names either, because I'm dead ass curious.
Because early on they were giving comic influencers. They would say, you have go spend. We'll give you $10,000 to go buy some major key, and then we'll reimburse you. Or you can get it from your collection, and we'll reimburse you. Fair market value. And pay you.
There was
Johnny Galindo said Backyard Breakers. Who's Backyard Breakers?
That's one of the breaking groups on cards on whatnot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They had some people, and honestly, they were just early people. I remember some of the slab sales had to be some people that kind of knew people, but that was the beginning though.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. Like I did a charity auction and I got a budget. I lost.
Yeah, but that's a charity auction. I get it, and I'm not.
I could have lied. I didn't have to give all $14,000 away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I got $1,000 budget. And I spent it. Trust me, not including a week's worth of work. Like literally, like 60, 80 hours worth of work at least.
I mean, at the end of the day, they got us talking about it, right? So I think their marketing plan worked, right? I mean, that's really what it is. I'm going to give these guys some astronomical amount of money, let them do what they're going to do, and this is just part of our $250,000 marketing budget.
That's exactly what we were told. 100%. We have all this money for marketing. We have to spend it somehow. And I think in the comic thing, when the comic thing happened, it was when the app was first getting started. It was definitely when the comic thing was first getting started, and I felt like it had a little bit more positivity towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of doing like what Trey's saying, where you're handing these influencers $50,000 to go spend at a card show, and I get it. You could look at it the other way. People like the influencers and stuff are going to say, oh, we put $50,000 into the economy and this and that. And this and that. But again, it's optics. It's 100% optics.
It's optics. It became like that with a lot of the sellers. With a lot of the sellers now, you know what I mean? Because some people are fucking on the payroll. Mm-hmm. So the people,
that's craziness.
So people on the payroll sell,
it doesn't make sense.
But then the people on the payroll. The thing is, I can't. I have handpicked. I have more personal sales inventory than any of the, not including the people that are like with the shop or been there for a long time. But there's not. Can only think of
the Davis Riders, the Comic Toms,
but I got more. I have more inventory with
That's what I'm saying. You have more inventory than those.
Oh yeah, but all those guys. Yeah. But not the actual. They're a couple dealers, but you know what I mean? I've got the inventory, but the thing is I can't afford to give. I do giveaways because it gets people in the room. I can't afford to just give a bunch of shit away. I gave away slab last night, and it's like, I really need the people in the room that aren't bidding in the first place, and I can't run. And I understand why you can't do the games of chance and all that. I used to do the wheels, and every $20 you spend, you get a spot, or every $10 or whatever. I keep a running tab going on an Excel sheet on an open laptop next to my thing, And I had my best sales then, and I give away like a $200 book. But I'll tell you what, I'd make a whole lot more money doing it. And you'd have people, I'd have people at like, all right, we're at $94. Don't somebody want to spend $100 and get 5 spots on the wheel instead of 4? Boom, up $100. And like I get why some of the legalities and things like that are going on, but you couldn't even screen record back then.
So, I still want someone to tell me, like, what other than selling mediocre comics, what is the platform good for? It doesn't protect you from.
It does
is the tool tray, and this is just my opinion. What I love the tool aspect of it, and what I mean by that is, at any moment, I can go grab a stack of shit. If my dog gets a gimp leg like she did today, right, and I got to go to the vet, and they fucking say, yeah, it's gonna be $300. All right, I can come back home, grab a stack of stuff that I normally would just be sitting there and go, okay, I need to pay this bill. Like, I love that fact, the tool. That is, to me, 100% the only thing about it. Again, we're going to try to stay away from as much of the toxicity of it as we can. But the tool part, to me, is great. And that's why I'm so stoked for with eBay coming.
Well, let me ask you this,
I sold $800 last night, hour and a half. I sat down, they grabbed Black Panther books. Basically, it's 95% Black Panther books. I didn't start them at $1. I put them at 25% off eBay. Some got more bids, some got less. Some sold, some didn't. Man, I sat there for an hour and a half. Did about 800 in sales. So I had to mail 11 I mailed 11 packages this morning.
Nice,
right? Brian, because I had people buy repeat buyers, and I said,
how many followers do I have on Whatnot? Less than
on the channel.
On the channel, 1,300.
Dude, why can't you use YouTube, your own platform that you built to sell your own shit?
It's easy. They pay immediately. You don't have to chase anybody down. If the payment doesn't go through, like, it doesn't have to. All I do is click a label, wrap it up, throw it in a box, and send it out the door.
What does those Bill DeMayo's take? What's the take from fucking Whatnot on y'all sales?
On eBay?
13?
12, 13, same as eBay.
Fuck. That's what I mean. Y'all need to use your own platforms. Use your Instagrams. Use your YouTubes.
12% is sometimes worth. That's
so
the
they
same
can
as
give it
everybody.
To fucking. Do they give it to assholes and fucking V-neck shirts and fucking shitty tattoos to go spend $50,000 at fucking Dallas card shows?
It's literally the same as That's the same as every single platform, dude. That's the same as eBay. That's the same as.
I will say this.
That's it.
Trey is not wrong in the fact that we should be utilizing the other platforms. We definitely should, 100%. We should be utilizing Instagram Live. We should be utilizing Comic Book Shopping Network. We should be utilizing eBay more.
You need to think about Twitter with all the new tools that have been developed for the Discord. Twitter Blue. Take the politics out of the bullshit. There's so many things that you can use to advertise yourself instead of having to pay fucking 13% to the fucking black and yellow boys who they're going to give it to somebody fucking else. It's ridiculous.
eBay is my other platform, and it's the same. I have a store, so it's like 12% instead, but it's going to be 10% and then 3% PayPal that they charge for people, and that's it.
Could you legally do Venmo and Cash App?
Could I? What do you mean?
Can you legally?
Yeah, I mean, I can sell through whatever I want, but you know what I mean? I don't.
It's just the easy use. It's 100% the easy use.
It's easy use, dude. I got a lot of followers. It doesn't take that long, and that's it. I had the least viewers of ever last night, and did the sales. I'll do Spider One next.
300 members in the Raz room. We ain't gonna need no fucking Whatnot. I promise.
Exactly. You're right.
Dude,
you're right.
Yeah, you're letting me sell Very Fine Moderns for $4. I don't know many of those, but I got to run a few of those, dude. You got to run a few cheap ones to keep them on there. Plus, man.
No, I did. I said 300 members.
I can sell a $5 book along with a $40 book, and the same guy buys them both. I wrap them up, send them out. I don't have to think about it. I hold it up one time rather than do an eBay listing and pay for it and worry about it. And then if it sells, do that, dude. Some dude's like, shit, I'll throw that in for $3. It's an extra $1.50 for every book that gets shipped. So they pay for it like that.
Somebody said you pay taxes for Cash App. Shit, you pay taxes for eBay. They send you a 1099 at the end of the year. eBay send you a 1099.
We got to get
you
into
can't
that
friends and family shit like it used to be.
Yeah,
they turned off those games
over. But that's what I was asking though. Can you keep it under 10,000 on Cash App and under Venmo and use the what is it, Zelle and a couple of those others? Can you keep them underneath
Not
the
under
threshold
10,000.
legally?
I think you got to keep it under like 6,000, right, Vinny? It's like 6,000
it's
on
less
Cash
than
App.
that now. I think it's like 600, isn't it now?
It's like 600 bucks
under
but it's like $600 per transaction. Let's just say it might be smart to cash out less than 600 at a time, to the best of my knowledge. So,
I think it's 600.
and I don't know if that's going to help or not.
I think it's 600 cumulative.
Yeah, it used to be eBay over 200 sales and over 20 grand, and you had to hit both.
Yeah.
There's a thing. eBay's got a Main Street thing. Actually, I put this link to us earlier today. I don't think we
total.
did. Yeah, 600 total per. It's like everybody's going to get hit. These are people reselling used clothing items for kids that made $800. They're gonna have to owe. You know what I mean? This is it's absolutely insane. But government for the people, right? So
yeah, like I said, what not just a shitty Poshmark, if you ask me, but
well,
it is what it is, man. It's easy.
We're gonna get the new ones coming, and if here's the interesting thing, right? So eBay had its first little issue today, right? It had so many
started this year.
It had so many people on there that it messed up the system, and they had to stop early. Now, the amount of people that were on there are crazy, right? Because it's only one seller, and they're going to start slowly bringing in sellers, kind of like Whatnot did. So we're going to keep an eye on it and let you guys know whatever we hear as soon as we hear it, because I think it's going to be very interesting where that goes in the future. We have a lot of stuff we want to talk about in the show. Of course, we have our market report coming up. We're going to continue with all that stuff, but we have an interesting guest right here, you guys. We've been talking NFTs ever since we started this show, and we've had a lot of conversations about them and where we think they can go in the future and this and that. And Marcus, you have set up a nice little interview with us tonight. Why don't you go ahead and introduce our new guest?
Listen, y'all. This guy right here, man. Let me just give y'all a little bit. So, I know there's a lot of stuff going on, man, with NFTs and stuff like that. But this guy right here, man, him and his team literally have built this from the ground up, and they didn't do all of this is word of mouth. What you see right now with this kid called Beast, all of this shit was word of mouth. I don't even remember how I got in, but they literally handpicked almost everybody to get into this thing, and now this is one of the absolute premier NFTs that are getting ready to come up. Man, it is an honor and a pleasure to have this guy on with us, man. And it's hard to catch him. The dude's in Canada, man. It's hard to catch this guy. He be everywhere. He work harder than MC Hammer, dog. Every time I look up, he's doing something. He's making some moves, doing some crazy shit, man. This is my guy, man. I love him immensely. Man, y'all put your hands together for my man, Raspy, man. Raspy, what's up, brother?
What's up? Jeez, man. God damn, what kind of intro is that? That's crazy.
oh, brother, listen, you ain't seen nothing. You got to catch me when I'm really in my mood and moment, brother. We are out here talking about it. So, listen, let's get right into it, bro. Listen, I ain't going to take too much of your time, man. Thank you for coming, hanging out, bro, with the crew, man. I've been telling these people about a kid called Beast for fucking ever, bro. Please bring everybody up to speed. Like, what is it? How is it? And mind you, you're talking to comic book people, so they want to get it. They want to understand. They want to know. So this is it.
Totally.
Let's get it.
So, NFTs, most people understand NFTs is like the monkey picture, right? The JPEG.
Right.
That's kind of like definitely like a 2020 or 2021 kind of approach to what NFTs are or were. Like that was kind of like the intro to the technology, is like verifying something and its originality on chain using blockchain. Yeah. So since then, NFTs have evolved into so much more. They're now kind of more, I would say, classified, I guess, as a membership or a digital collectible membership, where what you're purchasing is essentially an access into a community, and access into an IP, and access into exclusivity, access into any number of things like voting rights, essentially. So if you look at kind of like a traditional, like, Web 2 structure, right? Let's say you want to start up a company that does cool shit, like, I don't know, maybe you have a superhero comic book idea, or you're an artist or whatever, and let's say you want to create a fan base and a community around something. What would be kind of the process of doing that in like a Web 2 way? Get a social media account, set up a corporation, and then hopefully people like listen to your megaphone feedback loop and like believe in what you're doing and start following and interacting with what you're doing. That's kind of like the classic like Web 2 approach, right? With Web 3, what you're doing is you're allowing people to actually have incentive and benefit to see you succeed as a creator.
Right.
So like they are going to be promoting you, they're going to be following you, they're going to be retweeting all your posts, they're going to be doing all that kind of stuff because they are involved with the brand and the benefit of the brand. So therefore, there's an incentive for them to want to actually share social media, want to actually do all this stuff. Because I mean, if you look at the Web 2 platform right now of just like trying to get traction as an artist, like what's the incentive for somebody to share your work? Like other than like people just genuinely loving and being fans of the art. Like besides that, like there's not a lot of reason or incentive for anybody to want to do it, especially not like any 18-year-old kids. Like if it's not getting them paid or there's no benefit to them, like they don't give a shit. They're not gonna promote you. Right. In most cases, right? Like unless they're genuine art lovers or fans and like that small core group of people, they have no incentive to do it. So with this now they have an incentive, right? They have collective growth. Like as the project or the art collection's growth improves over time with a good project, obviously, everybody benefits. Everybody stands to benefit. And that's why like these big projects like Doodles and Bored Ape Yacht Club and some of these other projects, like they blew up, they got big. People, stood to benefit collectively through the brand name and the recognition as a unit, right? And creating that exclusivity and the demand outpacing the supply. So yeah, that's kind of I guess a rundown of like, why do a Web3? Why do a Web3 project as a creator? Because you get the community, you get the support, you have the incentive of benefit for everybody involved, without necessarily having to be a security. You're not offering anybody shares in your company. You're not offering them a board room seat or a director seat or like any kind of legal capacity, so to speak. But it's the same kind of concept where like they are in essence a shareholder in something, and they have the ability to vote and make decisions and like help curate the direction of a brand, and have a voice. And there's a two-way feedback loop between creator and audience. Whereas the classic approach is just, hey, here's my product, here's my megaphone, listen to me, please. In this sea of people all trying to do the same thing, where like you get lost or you don't get noticed. So that's kind of like the difference.
Let's talk about A Kid Called Beast. Where does the idea for A Kid Called Beast come from in you? Like what are we seeing here? Like what is this? Is this something
for sure.
that you created years ago? Is this something you created recently? Like where does A Kid Called Beast come from?
A bunch of things. Like it's kind of a collective. This is kind of the collective amalgamation of like a bunch of creatives, a bunch of Web3 people, a bunch of like artists, musicians working together to create this character that kind of resonates with all of us, and it kind of also resonates with, I guess, the Web3 kind of lifestyle, which for most people is privacy, right? It's not having to necessarily show your face. It's kind of the anonymity and letting your actions and your thoughts and ideas be kind of the value dictator. Whereas like old social media is like the hottest girl or the best looking guy, generates the most likes, right? It's not really or the most talented person in some cases. It's not really like based off like who's got the best ideas, right? That's what separates like Twitter as a social media platform is it's more idea focused. Like people will value you based off your ideas and what you bring to the table in terms of ideas. They don't value you because you're like super attractive or like you have a talent or you have like a six pack. You know what I mean? Like Twitter is definitely more of that kind of idea provoking platform. And so because of that, it's the perfect platform for, NFTs, where people essentially use an image as their means of kind of creating an identity and then letting their thoughts and their ideas speak louder than their, their face or their personality or whatever the case may be.
So let's get into this. So with A Kid Called Beast, right? For the people that are new and still, wanting to, jump into the NFT game in and of itself, right? I know, it's 500 beasts per hood because it's different hoods, it's different factions. So when it would take me through the NFT process, like if I want to mint a beast, what's going to happen that day when it's time to mint a beast? Like what's going to take place?
Totally. So the whole process, basically we have everything broken down into 20 what are called beast hoods. Each beast set has 500 beasts or 500 supply or 500 units. They're all completely unique and independent. They're one-of-one creations, and they're algorithmically generated. So we actually have a team of 15 3D artists right now working on this like 24/7 to get the art completed. They're all around the world. They're all decentralized. Like we don't have like an actual office. Everybody's working from like wherever they are. We're all collectively working on this, and we're creating these character archetypes. So similar to like I don't know, like social cliques or like high school cliques. Even like you have the foodies, you have the art kids, you have the nerds, the athletes, thugs, the musicians, the hippies. Like you have all these different kind of cliques, and they all have their own kind of traits and character personalities. And what we did is we made it so there is I guess kind of a random component of what character you'll pick, kind of like opening a deck of like Marvel cards or Pokemon cards. There's that random component that you might pull something rare. We took that a step further, but basically made a kind of a personality selection where whatever personality you decide, that will determine kind of where you fit in terms of like your beasthood or your people. So the purpose of this was for two reasons. First off, people are going to be far more likely to get something that they like and vibe with based off that selection. So like if they're into sports and stuff and they fill out the personality that assessment that basically says that they're into sports, they're going to have a beast that looks like it's into sports. It's either going to have like a racket or like a football or like be lifting weights or something to go along with that kind of personality trait. And that now allows them to create an identity around kind of the sports component and find and also click up with like-minded people who are also into sports. Let's say you're into like, let's say you're a chef and you're like, well, I'm going to grab a foodie beast. So it's most likely going to have kind of food-based traits. And that's basically designed for people to get something that they actually like, they want to collect, not just completely random, because it is a 10,000 unit collection. So it definitely improves the odds of getting something that you're going to enjoy and like to represent and showcase and show off. But also it'll narrow you down to like more like-minded people. You know, trying to speak in a room of 10,000 people about whatever you're into or trying to find like-minded people becomes a bit of an echo chamber. And that's, you know, the case with a lot of NFT projects. Like everyone's trying to talk over each other. But what we did here is we created a greater community, but then also sub-communities where it's 500 people only. And now you still have a voice. Now you can be heard amongst only 500 people. It's not like such a large amount of people that you don't have a voice, where you're just, you know, you're out voiced by, you know, others for whatever reason. It creates kind of like a manageable amount of people to develop a community and share skills, share interests, share contacts, share information. So that's kind of the idea from the community standpoint.
Are those groups intertwined at all? Like if it's musicians and artists or
absolutely. So like anybody can kind of cross over and talk to whoever they want, but then there's the niche focus kind of groups in the greater ecosystem. So you have like the overall ecosystem, and then you have the kind of sub ecosystem between all of that. So it's essentially kind of like factions or like
So Raspy, what's going on? It's just 3 sticks. So is there going to be any way that like me and my faction of beasts can go take shit from other factions, since they're going to be like,
yeah. So the idea is like right now we're essentially building out the like intellectual property. We're giving people rights to the IP so they can do whatever they want with it. The project comes with a downloadable 3D model, so you can import that into different metaverses or build a video game with it, do whatever you want with it. So it's not just a JPEG, it's an actual 3D model. You can display it in augmented reality. If I can screen share, I can show you guys.
Are they doing the Thriller dance right now?
Yeah, they're doing the
Thriller
dance.
Yeah. Go ahead and screen share, brother.
Yeah, basically like so it's a 3D model, it's a 2D model, it's a profile picture studio, it's the IP rights to it, it's a community. We're doing collectible toys too, so like desk figurines similar to like COS or like Brick Bears or like anything really, like a designer toy figurine. Yep. We're doing clothing. We're planning to do events, music,
festivals. I'm already there.
Yeah, like it's essentially we're trying to build a cultural movement and an IP around this. Like I try to.
You can tell that you spent a lot of money on this IP already. I mean, those animations and things like that.
Spent a good amount of money on this for sure. Like
I can't even imagine.
And we don't have any VCs. Like we're completely self-funded. Like we believe in what we're doing. We just put our own money into it. We haven't spent any money on marketing though. That's the one thing. We spent $200 on marketing to date, and we're at 68,000 followers, and none of those are fake. In terms of like buying fake followers, fake likes, fake comments, or any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, we literally spent $200 on marketing. We did a pizza giveaway and a donut giveaway just because everybody was giving away crypto, and we wanted to like stand out and be like, you know, who cares about giving away free crypto if everybody's giving away free crypto? We're gonna give away donuts and we're gonna give away pizza because
you want people to care about
funny,
them
right?
more. You want people to care about them more than just being a quote unquote NFT or a piece of
Yeah.
art. They really care about if you grow that organically and you have people that really want to be there rather than just people that are trying to jump on a new NFT project because they think it might make them money or whatever.
Hey, Raspy,
Yeah,
Can you talk to some of the people for a second about, you know, obviously they're coming from different collectible community, and a lot of people are hesitant to jump into the NFT game. I was until a few weeks ago, until Marcus finally drugged me over. With everything that happened this week and the last week with the FXP thing and kind of the state of the crypto market, what's your thought process? Are you still as gung-ho about NFTs?
Absolutely, I am. So let me run into that.
Wasn't leading you. I was just genuinely curious. Like I know a lot of people are scared to buy crypto right now, so this is good.
And like for good reason, right? So a little bit about my background. Before I got into NFTs and like this kind of took over my life because I got bit by the bug. I did financial analysis and like technical analysis. And did a lot of trading. Like that's pretty much how I made like a good chunk of my net worth is like trading foreign exchange, gold, a bunch of stuff like that. And then do some investment into crypto just as like a speculator in the technology. So a lot of the problems that happen are because people gave up custody of their cryptocurrency to a foreign body, right? And that's something that, in my opinion, you should never do. You should always be in charge of your own cryptocurrency. You should always store your own cryptocurrency on a device, on a wallet that you own access to. That it isn't in the custody of somebody else. It's similar to like, let's say you had been given $100,000 cash, from like a relative or something. Would you inherently go and take that $100,000 cash and go place it in a bank? Or would you far more likely just find a way to store that $100,000 cash, especially if they don't yet know about it? I mean, like, there's always the risk that your bank could go insolvent potentially, right? If things get really unstable, if they're uninsured, there's so many things that can possibly happen. But if you have the cash, the only thing that can go wrong is you lose that cash yourself, right? So you're only responsible for yourself at that point. So same kind of thing with cryptocurrency. In my opinion, you should hold on to your own cryptocurrency. You should store it on a hardware wallet or a digital wallet of your own and not give up that custody unless you're planning to convert that cryptocurrency back into cash. At which point then use an exchange for that purpose only. Similar to like if you're traveling to a foreign country, only convert your cash when you need to use the localized currency. Otherwise, there's no reason to do that. You should be hanging on to your own property. Similar to if you wear a watch or a ring or a chain, you should be the one hanging on to that and not keeping that in the custody of a bank. Because, knock on wood, anything happens, you lose that custody, right? And there's not much anybody's going to be able to do for you, especially when everybody else who is with that bank is facing the same issue. Like you're just a number at that point. And that's what's happened basically to the people with FTX. They basically just got wrecked. Essentially, they trusted some corporation that was registered in the Bahamas with very little liability overall, and they treated it like the same thing as a stock market or like a trading platform that's like regulated in the United States, but not the same idea, not the same thing. And that company went belly up, took everybody's funds essentially, and then they claimed a hack at the end. So like. Yeah. So yeah, that's the kind of like lowdown of that situation. That could have been easily avoided. Like I was not affected by that in any way, but because I wasn't,
neither was I.
Exactly. Like I don't trust like a new corporation with handling billions of dollars in a market that's still very new and still, in a lot of ways unregulated, right? For me, it's just high risk. I don't do high risk plays. I do things that I can control. I'm a very conservative investor. I don't just like ape or gamble. I've never done that. So for me, it just never made sense to store my assets or my funds in an exchange. Like that's just a risk. If they get hacked, what's the liability there? Yeah. At least I know if I get hacked, I'm responsible for that. But I don't want a third party liability. You have to worry about other people's security. But anyways, yeah. So I'm still very bullish on cryptocurrency as a whole. I think it solves a lot of problems, especially with transfer fees and transfer speed. For example, like being able to send somebody, $1,000 and only paying like 30 cents in transfer fees versus every other approach where you're paying like 3%. $1,000, that's $30. That's 6 Starbucks that you save, or 6 or like a couple meals. Like it's a lot of money, right, for a lot of people.
Yeah, you also don't have to worry about not being able to transfer money on a weekend or when the banks are not open.
Yeah, like so many issues. And then proof too. Like if you send somebody money with cryptocurrency, be like, here's the transaction idea. You have it. You cannot dispute that you do not have it. Like it's there. Here's the proof on ledger that you received the funds. There's no excuse. There's no bank error or issue. Like it's there. You have the funds. The second I get that ledger transaction, that proof, and I send that proof to you, I know that you have the funds. And I can see all the funds that you have received. You can see all the funds that I have sent. It's all there. It's all transparent. There's no disputing it. The only dispute is if I incorrectly enter the wallet, but in that case, that would be on me, and the proof is there as well.
What wallet do you like?
Come again? What wallet do I like?
Well, yeah.
Ledger's good. It's
That's
cheap.
what I bought. I bought
yeah,
a USB
Ledger's
Ledger.
Good. MetaMask is good too. I have like a separate device that I use. Like pretty much every time I upgrade my phone, I keep my like leftover phones, like remove all the apps, I like stock reset them, and then I only keep like I'll use them for like a wallet, and then I just disconnect them from Wi-Fi, and I just don't use them. It's just there as like every old iPhone I have or every old Android I have is just there as like a wallet. I repurpose the tech if I'm not going to sell the phone or like not hand it down to like a friend or who needs a phone or whatever the case may be. I turn that phone into a wallet, and I just keep it offline unless I need to go online and do a transaction. So that's another easy way to do something. And MetaMask is a free app, allows you to send cryptocurrency of like any kind pretty much in like 10 different chains. Or there's Trust Wallet's also another good one. Yeah. So those are like
Marcus had us get Meta, so that's what I have. Meta.
I had him get MetaMask. But I think
the
most important thing, Raph, that I'm glad that you're kind of on, with this group of people in particular, is that I want to, and me and Vinny do a great job, trying to stress that, this is the future, whether we like it or not, right? Like, because a lot of people are stuck in the ways of, just, man, not that they're against NFTs, but they're scared of NFTs.
They should be scared. Overall, I would say they should be scared because there's a lot of NFTs that are run by people that do not know what the fuck they're doing at all. Like they've never run a business. They've never set up a corporation. They've never dealt with an accountant. They've never got anything manufactured. They've never organized an event. They have no experience whatsoever. A lot of these NFTs are run and created by like 19 to 20-year-old kids who have never had any actual business experience whatsoever. They're really good at creating hype. They're really good at marketing and social media and raising capital because, frankly, it's quite easy to raise capital. But in terms of the execution and delivery of their actual idea, they lack experience because a lot of the skills that you need, in a lot of cases require university degrees or just, the school of hard knocks, like learning how to do stuff.
Right.
It's just literally an experience and an age gap thing in a lot of ways. So some of these projects that you invest in the idea of don't get executed on because the people behind them don't have the expertise to execute on the idea. So like that becomes the big thing. And so a lot of these teams are also anonymous. They don't show their face. They don't like reveal like their plans or their experience or anything that they've ever done. So it becomes risky investment. Although like something might look really cool visually, or like there's influencers behind it, it's still potentially a really shitty investment because like as soon as they collect the money, they'll disappear and do it again.
Right.
That Discord.
You saw that with a lot of projects right now that might have had a lot of hype before cryptos, the interest in crypto started waning. But now, we're seeing a lot of those projects that don't have, like, nothing is happening. The Discords are dead. There's no updates. So that's not good either, right? So
for sure, yeah, and like it happens. I think a lot of the time, not even on purpose. I think it just happens because like they feel that the work of getting to the point of selling something out was already a lot of work, but then when they realize like that's just the beginning of the project, once you sell out something, once you sell your product, the actual work begins. And I think that scares a lot of people because like they already have the funds. They, let's say, didn't show their identity or they didn't demonstrate anything real to be able to track them down or isolate them or ruin their reputation. At that point, like I think the temptation for a lot of these kids to just like let something fizzle out and hope that people stop talking about it and move on to the next thing probably becomes pretty real. Where like why spend the money that they already have to develop something and grow the business and the idea further when they can just run off with the money, right?
So
and
let's ask this, Rap. I'm sorry, I want to cut you off. So, like, let me ask you this. This is a question that came up. How do you plan to appeal to the collectible community, like the people that are in collectibles, sports cards, comic books, like people that are in collecting, period? What is, AKCB's plan to speak to that collectible community that's out there that will look at this and will say, man, this is interesting, but I'm used to comics or I'm used to cards and, this is something new for me. How do you plan to reach those people?
Totally. So I think a lot of it's going to be just like, longevity and being around for a long time and doing a lot of things and experimenting with a lot of things. I mean, first and foremost, like we're a very art heavy project. Like our art is, like for example, like Jamie Alvarez, our lead artist, he's worked with Nike, Apple, Instagram, Meta, Facebook, Sony. So he's got a lot of experience with like dealing with like big brands and character creation. We're in an exploratory phase, so we're trying to kind of figure out all the different ways we can get the brand out there. Like I try to liken what we're building to creating essentially the Web3 or crypto Mickey Mouse for like 2022 and beyond. We want to explore different ideas for technology, augmented reality. We want people to use the IP to do different derivatives, whether it's two-dimensional derivatives, anime style derivatives, comic style derivatives, pixel art derivatives. We're trying to kind of tackle all of the art categories while also doing physical tangible goods like toys, skateboards. We want to kind of do some kind of Red Bull type plays where we sponsor like different athletes to like represent kind of our brand and work with them in terms of like collaborations as far as like products, collectibles, and then of course community. Having different kind of spokespeople that are like niche experts in different fields. Like let's say we bring on some like known athletes into the mix because they just like the idea, they like the brand, they want to dip their toes in Web3, and we become kind of that first intro project for them. We want to leverage all those opportunities to help grow the brand. With that, as far as like the collectibles, I mean it's a limited supply. There will never be more than the initial supply of the 10,000 that we release. We're not going to release 10,001 or 100 of them later. There will only ever be 10,000. So like once they're gone, they're completely gone. We're not going to be doing another augmented. I'll never put this much work into a project again, to be honest, in terms of like the actual art development, because it's literally been 7 days a week since October last year, doing this nonstop and getting this whole creation put together.
What are these bad boys minting?
We're planning to mint at the end of the month. Worst case scenario, like first week of December. So it is like crunch time right now, and I can kind of show you guys a little behind the scenes of like what it is, how it works, and kind of some of the sneak peek of the art. So I'll show you guys. I'll do a little screen share, and I'll show you kind of what it is.
That'd be cool. While you're doing that, quick question: Are you guys planning to have a presence at any of the like NFT conventions like Econ or Art Basel or NFT NYC?
Not Art Basel because it's coming up too soon, but we are planning to most likely do something at NFT Miami, and then NFT NYC following.
Oh.
Why is Miami the hub of the NFT stuff right now?
Because it's the hub for crypto. Like they're a really crypto friendly place.
Yeah.
And like Miami, like the truth be told, like I'm speaking from like an outsider, so I can give you kind of an unbiased perspective as a Canadian. like Miami definitely has more of that seedy kind of underbelly appeal, and like crypto for the longest time had that kind of how do you say it, like that kind of vibe, I guess. Like people use crypto to do illicit things for a long time. They still do, right? And so like a lot of the wealth in Miami, like some of the new money is like, where do you think it came from?
It's crypto money.
Yeah, crypto money, but like all sorts of different like illicit things, like gambling rings, casino money, drug money, like prostitution money, like all sorts of different things, right? Like people made
all the fun stuff.
All the fun stuff.
All good shit.
So I think that's kind of like why Miami is like naturally the kind of hub. It's kind of like the clean but seedy city at the same time. And you kind of think maybe Vegas could be that as well too. But like I don't know, Miami's more of the Scarface city than the Vegas city.
Man, and also the clubs are open till like 6 a.m.
Not too, yeah, exactly.
Miami. So you already know.
Before we actually got into this, we built an NFT project for a nightclub in Miami called
11
Nightclub. Yeah.
We got the NFT. I was with Illmind at NFT NYC, and we ended up getting it over there at that time.
Yeah, so that was like they hired us to like build out that project and that concept for them. They had like this grand vision to do like make it like a VIP. They wanted to replace essentially their VIP bottle service program with an NFT.
Yeah, I've referenced it actually a few times, even on this podcast. That's that project.
Are they still honoring the utility?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, great, awesome. Because that's a rare thing when people do a service type utility that's like a real world service, and they continue honoring it after like, because it's been a while now. It's been almost like 7 or 8 months now. Since...
Yeah, you can go to their club. I think you can bring 3 people with you. You just connect your wallet to the website, and you get a QR code. You get free entry for you and 3 people, I believe, and then to their sister clubs, and then they're talking about, sister properties, clubs, and
that's pretty good. Like considering like mint price and stuff, like it's a pretty hard club to get into if like you're not, like trying to like heckle down bouncers and whatnot. Like I think that's a utility that's worth it.
Yeah.
And while you're speaking about that, and while you're getting that ready, Raph, on your side, here's one. There's a club now called Dancing Seahorse, and it's in Hollywood, and they are jumping onto the NFT membership, right? So they're opening up their NFT-based membership. It aims to benefit the music industry, artists, and record labels with an upcoming marketplace and native crypto token. So similar to how The Weeknd and Lil Durk have started Web3, embrace Web3 advantages, Dancing Seahorse is going to jump in with that and take home a piece of the revenue, as well as help music artists try to tap into their revenue as well. So come January, Dancing Seahorse is going to open up its music marketplace. They're going to deliver a verified collectible and in real life event tickets as NFTs. So a great example would be like I see one here where they got to say, like, let's say Elton John is going to be at a stadium in Sydney, but with your Dancing Seahorse, you can get in. You can get a lifetime. You can get access to the once in a lifetime VIP concert series. G Herbo may be somewhere. Polo G, Bad Bunny, Post Malone, Tech Nine, Iggy Azalea. Like that.
Can you name someone Can you name someone people would want to go see though?
Ed Sheeran.
Nah.
That's interesting.
Did you say Iggy Azalea? You did say Iggy.
That funny.
Okay.
You guys are ready too?
I'll shut up. I didn't see that. I thought you.
Yeah. No. People.
Interesting.
I'm out.
People would want to see Iggy Azalea. No, they don't want to see Iggy. She's not.
They might want to look at her, but they don't want to listen to her fucking rap.
Is that Tekashi?
No more. Yeah.
6ix9ine. Yeah.
6ix9ine.
You guys obviously know Rolling Loud in Miami, right? Rolling Loud Music Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have Loud Punks, which is a lifetime worldwide access pass as an NFT as well.
That's right. You'll be able to get in. Like you have the NFT. You're able to go to the festivals.
Yeah, VIP access, lifetime access, anywhere in the world that they host an event, which I think is a pretty good utility for an NFT. So they're trying out the NFT ticketing as well. But yeah, I'll do a quick share here. You guys can see. Let's see, share screen and. Okay, cool. Share screen. Awesome. You guys see my screen?
No. You see where it says present?
Oh, my bad. There we go. Okay, I see what we're doing here. So we're gonna go. Let's do a window. We'll do StreamYard share. Now you guys can probably see my screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this is like it's a little kind of studio version. So to kind of show you guys like what we're doing in terms of like a digital / physical product, like we want to definitely create physical versions of these, but we also want to let people explore this in augmented reality. So if you actually scan that QR code on your phone, you can place this character right on your desk in real time and just like display it.
Oh, like if I do it right now? Like if somebody does it right now?
Yeah, pull out your phone, pull out the camera app, scan the QR code, and you'll be able to place this character like on your desk in augmented reality.
That's pretty wild.
Oh, now that's wild.
You can like scale it to size, make it big or small, and you can move it around. And
that's badass.
Yeah, so that's just kind of like the first step of just playing around with augmented reality. And so, like obviously, over time, like, as we develop resources and stuff, we're gonna build games and stuff around this, and different types of content around this as well. And with that 3D model, you can obviously 3D print it as well. You can mess around with it, augment it, change it, kind of do whatever you want with it. 1 second, let me open back.
That's sick.
It's giant size in my house. It's actually pretty fucking cool. That's the kind of stuff, like, you guys, if you're in the chat, that's the kind of shit you need to check out. I mean, some of the things and abilities that some of these are able to do are pretty cool. I think that's one of the hesitancy that a lot of the comic book people have, is they don't know what to classify it. They don't know if it's a cryptocurrency, if it's a collectible, if it's a pass. They don't realize that it can be all the above and then some.
We're trying to kind of transition out of the name NFT because it has a bit of a bad connotation, and we want to start calling it a digital collectible.
See, that's a smart. I think that right is brilliant, because that is going to bring a lot of the people back in, because a lot of people are the NFT thing. They have a hard time, especially older people. People.
Yeah.
I'm 43. I think a majority of the other people are close to that same age.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not afraid to try new things internet-based, but a lot of the older people that are a little bit older than us are. And
totally. Yeah, I'm like 34 myself. So like in this space, like I'm considered, I guess, on the older side. Like there's some people that are like 18, 19 years old in this space, right? But like, I kind of feel like guys like us in this space, like guys that are actually smart and know how to do research and know technology, we can dominate in this space, because like our competition is like 18, 19-year-old fucking kids that like might not necessarily know how like businesses and how like revenue models and how different things work. So like you're able to actually research, you're actually able to like, do due diligence when you're researching teams and you're finding out what projects are building. I look at this space in a way as like similar to tech startups, but on like a really artistic and creative way, and like very low capital investments. Like things that you can literally turn $100 investment into $100,000 investment in a best case scenario.
Right.
Yeah, like even something like as simple as like I got this thing called what's the name of it? I was just like this robot. What is it called? I'm having a brain fart right now. But I bought this like robot NFT thing, and I got it for free. I minted it out for free, and I ended up getting 100 of these things, and they end up selling for like $150 a pop. So yeah, it was like literally just having my eye on the pulse and just like knowing and being able to scan the blockchain. I was able to mint these things out, 100 of them, and sell them for about $150 a pop each.
Hold on, let's do the math on that. Let's do the math on that right quick, because see, somebody ain't moving quick enough with their math right quick. So you said you minted 100.
Yeah, it's 15,000 American dollars.
15 grand, dude.
Yeah. I got it for free though. That's the thing. I got it for free. I just had to like.
No, that's good. That's huge. In our world, that's a gigantic flip. I mean, that's what in our world, that's a gigantic flip in the comic book world, for real.
I'm just saying, for the people that ain't doing the math that fast, like let's help them.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, because somebody, hold on, Raph, because they need to know this, Raph. I'm serious, Raph. They need to understand this. You just said the same shit that I preach on this channel every Wednesday. Me, Vinny, Trey, everybody. Bro, you got something for free. You got 100 of them for free. They then turned up to say, oh shit, we like these. We're going to sell them $150 a pop. You sold 100 of them that you got for free at $150 a pop and made 15 grand. Yeah. And y'all motherfuckers still sitting around here trying to figure out what book to go get.
This was over a period of like 72 hours too. This is like
in 3 days. You made 15 grand in 3 days.
Yeah, that's an AF-15, boys.
This wasn't something like I sat on for a long time and I happened to get lucky. It was like got some good intel. Found out, scanning the blockchain that some serious people were kind of getting into this because I was kind of tracking these wallets of different people because that's something you can do on the blockchain. You can track what big collectors are doing, what notable people are doing. You can keep track.
You know that their wallet number, right?
Yeah. And you can set up alerts. Yeah, so you grab their wallets, you find out who's kind of the big player. You track them. You get notifications when they make moves. So you get alerts on your phone. And then as soon as
you guys get alerts on your phone when we go live. There's 86 live in the show right now because they got some alerts. So thank you.
Yeah, it's literally that's what it was. And then once I figured that out, I also they released a token that they yielded for free. Like they had a thing where if you basically lock up your robot, you got this robot for free, or this token for free, this coin. It was like a game currency. So it's kind of like a way to create a game mechanism. They ended up adding like backed liquidity to this coin because I scanned the contract, and as soon as I saw it went live, I bought this coin at the very bottom as soon as they added the liquidity to it. And then I think I did like a 15x on my investment. I put like $1,000 in, and I made an additional 15 grand off that as well. So it was like a $30,000 play. I used the profit from the sales of the bot to buy the coin, and then I flipped the coin for another 15x. So, and all said and done, it was like a $30,000 play that started off for free, and it was over a period of like 5 days.
Hey Raspy, this isn't necessarily about your product, but if you were to help people, if what's the quickest way? If right now, when some of the older people, if you had a couple step process to get started into the NFT process, how would you necessarily, what steps would you take? What apps?
So first things first, I would spend like a couple of days just getting really familiar with the wallet security and common scams. So like understanding like the common scams for NFTs in 2022 so that you do not fall victim to like some fake thing or a phishing scam or like a fake website that looks like a real website for a hyped project that lures you into getting your wallet and then draining all your funds. So like learning what to look for in terms of like authentication and just only using trusted sources. Don't answer DMs from anybody because there's a common tactic where as soon as you join a server, clones that look like robot clones of like actual people that look like they're part of the team will message you and offer you like advanced deals or like special offers. And those will literally just be websites that if you connect your Discord to or your wallet to, they'll take control over your Discord and they'll drain your wallet. And they'll also encourage your friends to do the same thing because they'll have access to your Discord. So there's a lot of like very manipulative, scammy things to watch out for. So the number one thing I'd spend time on first is like wallet security, making sure that you're not, you're not clicking on any weird stuff. You're not answering DMs. You're just hyper focused. You're only sticking to like direct intel from like trusted sources, people that actually go on Twitter Spaces, people that actually have a voice that talk. Ideally, teams that show their face, like docs teams. That would be the first thing I'd spend time on. Spend at least a couple days just on like learning the ins and outs of wallet security and like common scams. From there, I would look for like trending projects or like upcoming projects, or just start kind of following the paper trail of like Twitter engagement and just kind of looking at what projects are hyped by typing in like hashtag NFT. Kind of looking at different websites like IC Tools, and there's a lot of different like NFT trending websites and rarity websites where you can
IC Tools.
Yeah, IC Tools. like Icy. Like
I see why tool.
I see why. Okay. And just like tracking like trends and just kind of seeing what people are buying into. Seeing what kind of volume is coming in, how quickly it's coming in, what the prices are, and kind of tracking like the movement of prices, and kind of looking for trends for like what hype projects do and what like obvious rug projects do. Another component is like being very good and discerning with art. Like if you have an eye for art, like good art, like this art that isn't just derivative, you could do very well in this space. Because like a lot of the fundamentals of an NFT project are still to this day art. So like good art will definitely outshine poor art in a lot of cases.
I think that's one of the reasons people like. I don't have an ape. I think that's one of the reasons people have some hesitancy is they look at some of that Bored Ape shit and people are like, this is art, and it is, but it isn't at the same point in time. Like a lot of these people are comic book people. They're dealing with Todd McFarlane's, some Jim Lee's, people like that, and then you go look at a crudely drawn ape with different things going on. Those people don't consider that art. So what you're saying is there's going to be projects in the future that are going to be have more art value and more individuality.
There is now, like there's like the character artist from like the GTA series, the Grand Theft Auto series, is like that known kind of like really comic booky art. He has a project called Fear City, for example. I think it's the name Fear City. And he basically designed all of like the art for this NFT project. So he's like a known artist because he did like the whole Grand Theft Auto franchise and like
Vinny put me on one the super cute whatever, the one by Choco Toy, the guy that's doing
exactly. They just minted today, I think.
They just minted.
They're trending.
They're trending right now. And so my thing is this, for the people that are in the chat that are like, yo, this shit ain't for me, whatever. Then what I say about that is that, man, it's just the same thing that Thanos said in Avengers, man. You can run from it, you can dread it. Destiny arrives all the same. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do to run away from this shit. So absolutely not. You can keep saying, oh, this shit is for the birds, this shit ain't for me, whatever the case may be. Give it 6 more months and it'll be everywhere, and you have no choice but to deal with it. So why not deal with it on your terms?
A majority of the people in the comments that are like, this is not for me or whatever, they collect comic books like NFTs. They don't fucking read them. I know most of these people, they don't read anything inside the comic books. So they're literally just collecting the fucking covers, which is basically the same thing as the NFTs. So I don't understand the divide, to be honest with you, because it's literally the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think the divide is that, they see 1 or 2 people getting scammed out of some shit. And then, you get this one like a kid called Beast, which is actually, I literally watched this man put this shit on his back, bro, day after day, just jumping into Discord, watching him build his shit, him and the team, bro, no bots, no paying for anything. This guy is really like the real fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Raph.
For me, it's like this is kind of like it encompasses all my like my passions and my hobbies, right? So that's why I really enjoy doing this. Like it doesn't feel like work. I work on this like probably 70, 80 hours a week. And it's like growing and building at a tremendous rate. Like we're getting reached out to all these different media agencies, and like celebrities are starting to slide into our DMs and stuff too. It's crazy how much it's expanded. But to touch on that, I guess like what to look for in an NFT, look for, first and foremost, good art, something that's innovative, something that's like standing out in a way or like trying to carve its own lane. Look for utility. So like some kind of functionality, whether it's physical, whether it's, live events, whether it's like something that's like tangible, realistic, and you think that the team can deliver on, like something that is not out of the realm of possibility. If somebody tells you they're building a metaverse, it's most likely fucking bullshit. Because Facebook, a multi-billion-dollar company, tried to build a metaverse, and they haven't really quite figured it out yet. So why would like a bunch of 18, 19-year-old kids be able to figure it out in the span of like with like way less resources, way less money, for a way smaller audience? Like I just, whenever I hear the word metaverse, I'm just like cringe. Like it's.
Well, do you not think that's going to happen?
No, I think it's going to happen, but I don't think like it's going to be done by like startups that don't have the capital to do it. Because if you think about creating a metaverse, it's creating a essentially like a a 3D universe that's beyond a game that allows people to communicate in real time and interact with each other in real time. And the closest thing I've seen to that, and I've been in the crypto space for a long time, and people have been talking about metaverses for a long time, but I haven't seen anybody actually deliver a metaverse except for like Decentraland and what's the one, Sandbox, and to me that's just like a bit of a leveled up or an upgrade to like Minecraft. So it's not really impressive to me. Like I would never use it.
Yeah. Aaron K. Mellow Fellow. That's where you can find him. What about you brought up Facebook and the meta thing that they're doing? Did they cancel that completely?
No, they're still working on it. They're still heavily invested and they're still building it out. Like I tested it out. I have like the Oculus headsets and I've been in there and stuff. And it's like it's really cool what they're trying to do. I think they were a little too early, and I think the next step is not necessarily going to be putting on like VR headsets. It's going to be AR headsets. So they're going to be like see-through glasses that just augment the reality that you're in, versus like putting something on your head that makes you dizzy and lose your peripherals and kind of deprives your senses in a way. I think like that's going to be kind of like the next attempt at it, is like in combining like digital and virtual reality and augmented reality things. Is going to be augmented reality lightweight headsets that are going to kind of replace our smartphones over time. I think that's the goal. I think that Apple and Facebook and Google are working towards these things right now. That's what they want to see. That's going to drive more engagement. It's going to keep people more engaged in their devices. It's going to make people able to see more ads, drive more revenue. It's going to open up more experiences, because like the scrolling on your phone thing is getting a little old for a lot of people. And so they're going to kind of re-pioneer that, I think, with giving us a new device. I think it's going to start off as a headset with like, probably a larger form fit to start out. And as they develop the battery life on these headsets, we're going to slowly start moving away from our phones and onto headsets as a society.
Absolutely.
You watch that just in any city, people walking around with AirPods at pretty much all times. You know what I mean? You think people are talking to you, kids you can't see the cord or whatever like that. And I'm the same way, so it's not like that's on me. I did want to
go ahead, Sean.
The question, could the term or the process of the minting everything, what goes into that process? How does that work? Because you guys using the term like so freely, I think a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, so minting is essentially like the same as like to purchase, the action of to purchase or to commit funds to purchase something, right? So it's basically allocating, like transferring funds from a crypto wallet to a treasury and then receiving the digital product in exchange.
Okay.
So that's all that means. So minting is the same as buying. In some cases it's free. In some cases there's a cost associated. It all really depends on kind of what goes into the project and the development, and like what kind of it needs to be, I guess, return in terms of like cost of investment from the team or the original creator or producer. There's a trend for a little while of people just creating free mints, where basically they just release an art project and there's no utility, there's no commitment, there's no conditions. And these things will go from being free to being worth like Justin Roiland, for example, from like Rick and Morty, just released one not that long ago.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Went from like 0 to 15 ETH, so the equivalent of like 20,000 American dollars, back down to like 6 ETH to 2 ETH, and it's just kind of bounced all over the place. But that was a bit of a trend of people kind of doing that. I've like I said, there's some opportunities where you can kind of catch something, get it for free, sell it for a lot of money, because there's people that either speculate on it going higher or they just like it, and you can sell that to somebody who's wanting to collect that kind of stuff.
Raspy, since we're on a collecting and speculation podcast, what are like maybe 3 to 5 NFTs that you like? Or I mean, they could be blue chip NFTs, or they could be newer projects that you think have good legs and potential could potentially increase in value.
Okay, so based off what Bored Apes are doing, I think like in my opinion, they're like not financial advice, obviously. Bored Apes, I think, are like relative to their overall value and what they grant in the ecosystem. Like if you own a Bored Ape, you pretty much get unrestricted access to every NFT project. Like they get people. If you own a Bored Ape, people reach out to you and they'll basically say, like, I'm giving you permission and access and like like kind of a VIP access point to my NFT project. So you can pretty much have like unrestricted, like a key to the city if you have a Bored Ape, where you can kind of then go and get whatever you want without having to like grind for it or contact people or make networks and connections. You'll just be granted it. So in terms of like getting a kind of all access pass, like a Bored Ape, I mean, even though they are worth like, $60,000-$70,000 at the floor equivalent, if you're like serious about getting into NFTs for the long term and having that access, I think it's a good like investment in my opinion. I don't care for the art myself personally at all whatsoever, but for me it's kind of just like the OG. It's kind of like the grandfather, kind of like big figurehead of like the upper echelon of NFTs. The network potential there is huge because you're pretty much dealing exclusively with millionaires and billionaires in that network, because like who has $50,000 to $70,000 to spend on a JPEG? The original investors are most of them are all gone. The ones that actually bought it for $100, they were long flipped and moved on in most cases. So Bored Ape, in my opinion, it's already bounced back up in price. It was about 50 ETH earlier. So whoever bought it for 50 is now up $12,000-$15,000 already.
Mm-hmm. That was yesterday too. I think it was.
Yeah. So opportunity gone. For me, like that's a little too speculative of an investment for my blood. Like I wouldn't spend 50 grand to try to make 12 maybe. But overall, like a long-term play, I think Bored Ape is good because you get good access. Mutant Ape is a cheaper version of it. Gets you very similar access. Aside from that, let's see. I like Invisible Friends. They got great art and they've been good to their holders. They've been kind of creating some real world utility and doing some collaborations with different like real world projects. Like they did a BMW collaboration. They did like I'm a clothing and shoe collector as well. So like they did a collaboration with Kith. That's a huge brand. So like they're doing physical world drops in terms of clothing and shoes and these kind of things.
This is something Marcus and I actually just bought these not too long ago over the course of the last few months.
Yeah. So these I think are solid. Like they have a really good community. I have one of these myself as well too.
I remember the floor for these was much higher. So
I paid $30,000 for mine when I got it. And like I don't regret it because like the network that it allowed me to get like paid for itself like tremendously. Like I don't look at NFTs, so to speak, as like their individual value potential. Like I pretty much only sell things I don't like at all and I never liked. Anything that I like I keep indefinitely just because of the networking or I just really like the art and just like having the collectible I think is cool. Like I like to collect things. I like things that bring me joy or are like milestones at different points in my life. Like that's my personal opinion on that. As far as upcoming things, there's Homa Games, which is a cool sounding project. They have like an NFT that's allowing access to a bunch of games and like in-game utility. It's like a project that raised like $100 million in seed funding to build out games, like mobile games. So they're pretty interesting project. I look for things that are doing unique things, that have expertise, that have backing, that have teams with faces on their websites in a lot of cases. So these guys have had like 1 billion downloads on some of their games. So they have like an NFT project now. It sounds pretty interesting. Like their whitelist or whatever is already like filled out. So like these kind of things you have to kind of spot kind of early on and kind of look for angles that aren't being explored, because as soon as they're explored, the first time you'll see like 2 or 3 other projects will try to clone the idea, and then after that, like the meta's done. Like it's no longer a viable concept because like it's just copy paste at that point. But if you're kind of first to market on something innovative that has like backing and knowledge and expertise, and they have a good delivery, there's a good possibility that you could hit a home run with it. Like as far as like anything else that I've kind of got my eye on, that would kind of be like the main things right now. Everybody that's kind of releasing stuff is doing a lot of like anime heavy art. Azuki is another good one actually. If you want to get involved with like very like intelligent, like tech savvy people that are like building tools, analytic platforms, and like very like nerdy kind of group of people that are like really focused on NFTs, these guys are great. Like you'll meet some of the smartest people in the space through these communities. Yeah, it's mostly just and like I don't personally own one of these, but yeah, I think that what they're doing is really cool. There's a lot of people like doing different things in the space that are unique, and I think that the technology is like really still in its infancy. Like I think as it develops, people are going to start doing more membership based things, more physical utility things. Bat cowls will probably be a good one for you guys because I mean you're wearing a Batman shirt. It's a DC licensed NFT. Yeah, there you go. So Bat cowls is like I think that's like a cool NFT project.
He tells me.
Yeah, there's
Raph, I told them about bat cows. They looked at me like I had a booger in my damn nose, bro. Like they were like bat cows.
Strong community, it's cool, and I think that the DC will deliver some like real world utility to the holders.
Right.
Yeah, I look for like I don't know. I stay away from like obvious like kind of washed up celebrities pushing things. That's always a bad sign. If you start seeing those D-listers pushing NFTs, stay the fuck away.
I'm not yet. One I don't have to write down. Sweet.
Yeah. That's like I just always stress that. Some people just like feel like, oh my god, so and so just tweeted about this. Some MMA fighter or some like reality show celebrity posted this. Yeah. Stay away. Always stay away.
Well, man, Raph, listen.
Where can we keep an eye on your stuff?
Twitter.
I think that's Marcus.
Yeah, official Twitter is the best way to get like news updates and just kind of figure out what we're working on, where the process is, and then of course, my guy Mr. Ekby, like he's the trusted source. He'll give you the lowdown, the intel, and like the filtered down, simplified version of it.
Man, listen, Raph, I want to thank you, man, for coming and hanging out and helping to enlighten the people and just teach them more just about this NFT journey that everybody is getting on, and we're trying to figure it out. Now, listen, I can't let you go without asking, can we bless a couple of people with a beast list spot?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can.
I'll send you the names, bro. I'll send
you the names. Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on. Yeah, anytime you guys want to chat, like finance, crypto, like tech, crazy, weird stuff, like I'm definitely like, I love collecting. I love
what are you collecting right now? What are you collecting real quick? Real quick. What are you collecting? I know you said clothes, shoes. Do you collect cards? Because I know 3 Sticks just got a Michael Jordan rookie. I mean, he came to Houston and just raped my city with this Michael Jordan rookie.
I don't do cards. I don't do comic books, but I love like collectible fashion. I love shoes, like really hyped shoe drops. I love NFTs. I love artwork, like physical artwork. I collect records too. I love collecting like rare records as well.
Hardest record you got right now?
Market report.
I have like a really unique Wu-Tang album that has like a signature from some of the original members.
How many members?
2.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is like it's one of my grails. It's like one of those like.
Ghost and Ray?
What's that? Sorry.
Is it Ghost and Ray?
No, it's Ghost and Ghost and Redman.
Well done.
Yeah, so it's definitely like one of my grails for sure.
Nice.
Not bad. Well,
I love it. I love it.
We appreciate you, and we'll definitely have you back on. We can't wait to get you back on here. And thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man.
Yeah, pleasure. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. If you when you guys win or whatever, if you want to come back on, let us know.
Will do. Absolutely. Thanks for bringing me on, man.
Man, thanks for coming and hang out, bro. We'll talk. Thanks, Raph.
All right, you guys, that was pretty damn cool. Thanks for all 80 people that are still rocking with us right now live. You guys can find, if you're catching this on the rewind, the description, check the description below. You can find all of Raph's links and all of the A Kid Called Beast links in the description. And then everybody that's watching live, I dropped the links in the chat. Go check them out. Really,
he was
really
a cool guy.
stuff.
He was really nice.
Yeah.
I liked his demeanor.
Yeah.
Let's
let me say this. And
I could understand him if that helps.
Yeah. And let me say this before we move forward, man. The whole point of having him on was just, man, to really take the time to educate us as a people that collect about what the future of what this shit really is. And this is somebody that's really in the space. And you heard this man made 30,000 in 5 days on some free shit. I mean, let's think about it. Y'all ain't playing the game the right way. And that includes me. Like I'm in a constant state of learning. Like where else can you what y'all know? Because comic book people, man, we jump in when we get a $3 book and say, oh shit, we about to go sell this book and make $600. This man got a free JPEG, bought 100 of them, because for the people that think NFTs are JPEGs, got a free JPEG, 100 of them, sold them for $150, made $15,000 there, then sold the token that came with the JPEGs for another $15,000, made $30,000 in 5 days. Just wrap your mind around that. NFTs.
Like you said, but we got people that are going to be, there's people here be like, I don't want to do NFTs. They get excited when they sell an $11 book. And they got to drive to the fucking post office, to the comic book store.
That's me too. That's me also.
You know what I mean? You're spending 12 in gas to make 13 and you're excited about it.
That's Vinny Kumar right there.
That's why I like Whatnot. I can sell 30 $11 books. And then one trip to the post office.
But here's the thing, though. Here's another thing. You know how to fucking grade.
That's helpful, yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't. I mean, the near mint and the very fine are fucking liberally used on a lot of these seller platforms, I've noticed.
Yeah.
32 color breaking ticks. It's a near mint minus and press out. Little buff.
Before we move on to the next topic real quick, I want Marcus to explain this real quick. I'll be right back. I gotta go check on something, but I'll be right back. Explain this shit real quick, Marcus.
Yo, yes. So Slam, if everybody remembers the old basketball magazine Slam, they're now coming to the blockchain. What they're getting ready to do is they're going to release these iconic covers as NFTs, and they will be autographed by the person. So Allen Iverson, let me see, Dirk Nowitzki, however you say his last name, Ray Allen. I can go on and on and on, but it's basically the retro covers of Volume 1. It drops November 17th. And some of the people, let me make sure that I'm hitting it right.
I got excited for a second. I thought we were going to get some, I'm a B-boy, standing in my B-boy stance, hurry up and give me the microphone before I bust him up. But this is as cool.
It is as cool. But it is not Fredro Starr.
That's Sticky. Don't disrespect Sticky and call him Fredro.
Well, I said that's not Fredro Starr. I was getting the Sticky. He's the other guy. Fredro's the one that turned into a movie actor. I remember.
There was also a battle between Fredro Starr and Keith Murray. It was the most disgraceful thing I've ever seen in life. You watched it, Trey?
I did. It was yes.
Watching Keith Murray repeat the same verse over and over again, I felt like
he was so high though. Keith was in a bad state in that battle.
That was so disappointing, you know.
So it's what happened? Oh, sorry.
Bird with the
Did Ferb give the double donation?
Right?
He did. And he's sick. What you get the feeling better, Ferg? We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, logged on, Ferg. Miss you today.
Yeah. Marcus always posting on VV in the Discord. Hey man, don't be putting my business out there, big leg. Don't be telling people about my business.
Hey, Denny, do you wanna get into some?
It says join the damn Discord in your fucking name, dude.
No, it says look. It says Marcus always posting on VV in Discord.
Yeah,
is that you?
Is that bad?
Yeah. That's great. That's don't be putting our business out there. You know, I may post on your page. You don't know where I'm gonna be at. I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place.
Yo, no lie. I was at an event in Atlanta the other day, and I was talking to somebody, and I mentioned Marcus. I'm describing who he is, what he does, and I turn, and this man is literally standing in front of us. Me and the person I was describing him to, and I'm like, "The hell? Where did you come from?"
Yeah, he's literally talking to a lady, and he's like, "Yeah, my friend just came in from out of town. He manages, this person, and he's really cool dude. And man, he's so, da 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 da." And then I just pop up and be like, "I'm right here." And Vinny's like, "God damn, I was just talking about you, bro. Like, is this really real? Did this just happen?" And the lady comes around the corner. She's like, "Oh, hey, it's so nice to meet you." So then I put on my Billy D. Williams. "It's nice to meet you too. How are you? It's very amazing to meet you." And that was just to satisfy your curiosity, bitch. Like, I'm just here. Like, I just really just grabbed her, and it was a whole thing. So that was really cool, man. That was really cool. My life. We were here, me and Vinny, as he stole my wallet. Well, that's a whole nother thing. But go ahead, Bryan McClay. What you got?
But was that Vinny, or
I don't know? It could have been a crackhead at the. It
wasn't no alter ego. Okay, just check.
No, K Dot. Yeah, no, it was K Dot. K Dot stole my wallet.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, well, I bet you don't. Gave me some trash ass wings. Anyway,
he did. They called me from the road, and I was just like, Atlanta just must be different because it's like 11:45 their time. They're just looking for food, and I was like, "What do you mean? You ain't got Taco Bell and McDonald's? Because that's the only shit that's open around me." They're driving by Benihana, and they're like, "No, I think it's closed." Damn, that's a different world that I live in.
Hauser, there is a link to the Discord in the description. It should work. And then, at some point we're going to have, there's a podcast section, and we're going to have a voice thing in there to where you can call into the show, and then all the information that we talk about, there's all kinds of different sections for it. So go check it out. Discord in the links in the description, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So
we hit the slam. Yeah. So we hit the slam with the NFTs. What else you got? Bryan?
Let's get into the video game talk, Vinny.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Let's start off. What are you going to talk about tonight?
So I was just, I think I've talked about this before, but getting into video games, it's very nebulous. Don't know really what to buy. The game titles, but you don't, and what you want to buy, but you don't exactly know which version. So what I'm trying to do is highlight some of the variants and what to look for on some of the most popular games through, on each episode or every few episodes, just so people can start becoming aware, even if you're at your local game shop, even if you're not even looking for sealed. Let's say you're looking for CIB and you just want the earliest version or something. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. So today I'm talking about two games. I'm talking about Guitar Hero and I'm talking about Minecraft, which are both, I think, heavy in this space. More modern games.
Yeah. Minecraft and Guitar Hero. That's sick, bro. So let's start off with the first one. What do we got here?
Yeah, so we got Guitar Hero. So as you all may know, the publisher for Guitar Hero the main publisher is Activision. The original publisher is Red Octane. So if you can tell in this first picture over here, the Red Octane logo in the bottom right-hand corner will indicate that it's an earlier version of the game. And then if you look at the back, let's see if you can zoom in a little bit on it. Yeah, so if you look at the back, we see the Red Octane logo on the right, and then right next to where it says memory card, there's no number next to that. If you see a number next to that, then that's the Activision part number. So this is the first print of Guitar Hero. This is extremely collectible now. A lot of video game guys have caught on to this, and they're looking for it. But most people are ending up with a different version of Guitar Hero. So that's first print.
And they only did it for PlayStation 2 for Guitar Hero, or did they do one for Xbox for the first print?
There might have been one for Xbox, but I don't know. I haven't seen them at all.
Guys, Vinny, if you haven't noticed, Vinny turns his nose down at people with Android phones and people with Xboxes. He's a PlayStation and Apple guy.
He's fucking right. So I mean,
No, I'm an Xbox guy. I'm actually an Xbox guy.
Oh,
okay. But I use PlayStation just for
he uses an adult phone with blue chats. I don't know what to say.
That can get hacked by fucking floozies.
I don't know.
Literally,
man.
the easiest phone in the world to fucking hack.
You
never heard of the Google Photos being hacked, have you? You always hear about the iCloud being hacked. You never hear Google Photos, not one time ever hacked.
What do these usually
only by
sell
people
for?
who let other people control their phones? But, yeah.
Vinny, what do these usually sell for?
I think like a first print, we're looking at like about $1,500, like $1,600. Like yeah, they're doing and I mean it's only remember these are modern games, so these are only going to keep going up throughout time. I think so. I just think, again, like the NES games, the SNES games, they've all kind of just to step in the door. You're already going to spend a few grand on any of those games sealed. So I like to look at some of these other games as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Next on the list.
Okay. So this is, yep. Also,
second.
Second print. So as you can see on the left picture, same cover, exact same cover, says Red Octane, bottom right. Now on the back, this is what I was talking about before. You've got that Activision part number right there, kind of above above the text. So nothing that says Activision, but this is showing that it is an Activision acquired game now at this point.
So that says that, and then does it say anything different on the memory card thing?
I don't believe so. I think that's the only real difference as far as I have seen in the past.
Yeah. Okay. I thought for some reason it might have said something different there, but it doesn't look like it does. So nice. All right. Cool.
And then let's just take a look at the third one. The third one is an actual Activision version of it.
And here's the third one right here.
Yep. So as you can tell, same exact cover, nothing really different here, except instead of the Red Octane logo on the bottom, you've got an Activision logo, and you've got Activision and Red Octane on the back cover, pretty prominently displayed, and you have the part number, the exact same part number that was on the second print.
So basically, what you're looking for is you don't want a part number, period. If
you don't want a part number, period. If you want to try to get,
all of them,
a somewhat early print, then it's okay as long as it says Red Octane. But if you're looking for the first print, you don't want a part number.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. Here we go.
In Minecraft, I gotta say, man, I'm touring like schools for my son right now, like my 4-year-old, and everywhere I
thought he was a quarterback for a second. I was like, what do you mean? What is he, fucking Bama at USC? Where are we talking?
Kindergarten. We're talking kindergarten. But everywhere I go, I'm seeing so much Minecraft. Like the last school I went to, I saw an entire Minecraft book section in the library for these kids. So I don't think this is going anywhere. I think Minecraft is the platform that they're building a lot of these metaverses on. I just think this is going to be something that stays around for a long time. And in my opinion, it's going to be kind of like the Unreal Engine, to what the Unreal Engine is now compared to what it was when we were kids and it was just on the PC. Ah, nice. Trey's got it.
And you know what?
What's that?
We're going to give this motherfucker away in the Discord.
Oh, shit.
See that? See that sealed copy of Minecraft?
Nice.
Discord. We're going to give that away on the Discord. For listening, whoever has the best comment on the YouTube page after today about video games, Vinny's going to pick out whatever he feels is the best comment on the YouTube page. And we're going to get that Minecraft.
Nice. And you're in the Discord.
Yeah.
Gator. I just got to ask, are you younger, or are you our age? And the only reason I'm asking is because it's not about playing the game, it's about collecting the game. And the reason, maybe you're not getting that. I'm just wondering. No shade or anything, but all right.
Yeah, I don't have a desk to put my Garbage Pail Kid stickers on anymore.
Yeah.
So I need PSA 10s.
Yeah.
So, all right. So with Minecraft, the way to tell a first print is if you look kind of like in that middle green strip over there where it says the online service for Xbox 360, and then it says includes 2-day gold trial to play online with your friends. This is a first print of Minecraft. Another identifier for the first print of Minecraft is if you look, I don't have a picture for this, but if you look along the spine, you'll see 00001 on there. So that's the telltale sign. These are getting really hard to find at this point. But every once in a while you can get lucky. I mean, when I first started looking for Minecraft, probably about 6 months ago, I did find one of these. Otherwise, everything else has been a second print, which is also going up in value now. So I think people are kind of looking to whatever they can get at this point.
That water chart that, are you showing that?
What's that?
Are you going to show the water chart?
I don't know. I don't have a screenshot of it, but we can show it later if I can find
I thought that was interesting. That showed the first print, second print discrepancies, not discrepancies, but how many was graded, how many was not, etc.
Yeah. Hated Caro G asked, are all these details documented anywhere, a website or publication on identifying these versions? I will say that it's getting a little bit better, but when I started, it was nowhere at all. Nobody was documenting this. And it was very confusing for somebody just entering the hobby. So I'll say that, yes, WATA is starting to create guides for it. There's a guy who does modern game variants, Dan Gomez on Instagram. He's now working for WATA. But that's really it. Otherwise, it was people just going through forums or just having that knowledge. People were really kind of hiding a lot of this knowledge, and they didn't want people to know because they were really just trying to track these games down. So
no key corrector app yet?
No, not yet. Brian, go back to that last photo real quickly.
The other key collector is going to steal all of Vinny's fucking comments and make his second app.
Key correct.
This one right here, Vinny, or this one?
Yeah. The second one. Yeah, this one, okay. I think. And then just zoom into the back. I just want to show people what it looks like.
Furrbird, yes, you need to literally go steal everything that friend of yours doesn't have fucking tied down.
Yeah, so get an Xbox Live Gold membership to play games online with friends. So that's how you tell that it's a second print. Minecraft, also on the spine, it's going to say 00002. Don't get confused. There are also PAL versions of this game. There are, I think, Taiwanese versions of this game, which might be cool to collect if you want to collect some of the foreign games, but just look for these identifiers to make sure you're buying the right version.
So first print says that 2-day gold trial to play online with your friends. Second print says get an Xbox Live Gold membership to play with your friends. So second print, first print.
GWO, what is it? GWOO, whatever Vinny said, the 01, and then the second print's the GW002, right?
Yeah, 000. Yeah, it's 4 zeros and a 2. Yep.
Perfect.
I'm learning. You're schooling me up, man. I'm a kindergartner in Vinny's video game school now.
Yeah, and it's cool. We are getting more information. So if anybody if you want to follow the WATA, I think it's WATA Games on Instagram. They're starting to put these things up now that Dan is working over there. So they're not rolling them out there's not one for every game, but they're rolling them out slowly but surely.
Gator says kids in the future aren't going to want to collect stuff or to play them. I thought that you might think that's true, but the reason why Pokemon sells for so much damn money is because kids 10 years before those kids you're talking about did exactly what we're saying. They're going to want to collect things. They're going to want things from their childhood. They're going to want to be able to put shit up on their walls or in their display cabinets. Like at some point that's going to be collectible. Everything is collectible.
Dude, pride of ownership is always going to be a fucking thing. Like it's something, you have, whatever. There's crap all over my walls. I know there's even shit in the living room. I get one room to mess up in the house. There's but if you can't see, I mean, besides the comics, there's like a first She-Ra or something. Hey, I can walk in and say like, hey, I have that. So things that they own, things that they played, whatever the collectability of that, I just don't think there's ever going to go away. We're just going to live in a room, like a white room with nothing in it, and just stare at our screen all day and be like, look, I have this,
Yeah. Well, that's because your nephew didn't grow up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I bet you can get your nephew to watch something that he's into now, and then 10 years ago he'll be.
That's the problem with these pussy ass kids that are getting raised nowadays. They're watching fucking Paw Patrol and shit like this. We were watching fucking He-Man and G.I. Joe and shit like that.
You throw your enemy and shoot him with lasers.
Yeah, right. We didn't take no shit. Optimus Prime would punch your ass to a fucking wall if you did anything disrespectful. Now we have Paw Patrol and fucking Dora the Explorer and Diego and all these little fucking people with backpacks on. Our fucking toys had machine guns and fucking swords for a reason. None of this bullshit.
Hell yeah.
And that being said, that's a
they were
perfect
small,
segue.
like we wish to be. That's our comic book characters, man.
Yeah, right.
That's a perfect.
And like
segue
I said, we were ahead of the curve. We were supporting the LGBTQ community before anybody else fucking was. You didn't think like we didn't know Prince Adam. Come on,
dude. I'm a Masters Universe collector. I was down for that shit from day one.
Still big Masters Universe fans. We were so ahead of our time. Generation fucking X, boys.
Amen. This is
Get you a Gen X friend. Get you a Gen X friend. Look at my story. I gotta post that one.
It's the most true thing. We are part feral, and we were the beginning of the technology craze. Fuck
how many? Yeah, that's it. Dude. They came with the internet.
You guys had
everybody else could just jack off on their phones and stuff. We had to use our spank banks. Like, you have no idea.
Oh my God, here we go. All right, the market report, ladies and gentlemen, for November 16th, 2022. Let's start off with another Hulk, Incredible Hulk #1 sold. The 3.0 sold for $16,600 on 24 bids. Ooh, I remember Trey talking about the Incredible Hulk a long time ago about how, like, even though it sells for that much, it still should be selling for more. Like, that book should be thought of in a totally different level than most books. And it's still, I feel like it's still not thought of as high as it should be. It's
look at the CGC census compare. Look at all the blue chip first appearances: X-Men, Spider-Man, AF-15, Fantastic Four 1. Go look at this. Go look at the census and compare it to Incredible Hulk #1. They didn't print a shit ton of Incredible Hulk 1s comparatively to some of the others in the same time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We talked about David Cho. I think it was either on the radar a few weeks ago. And I always love to look for his comic book, his early comic book. So there's a copy of Slow Jams that sold $350. It went as soon as it popped up. That thing was purchased. So be on the lookout for those. Those are tough to find. This is crazy to me. Spider-Man 1, it's signed by McFarlane. It's a 9.8. It is a silver edition, but $346. That feels like a good buy. That feels like that book.
I'd pay that.
Yeah.
Because it's silver and it goes with the same background. You see it like it's the signature doesn't look, it doesn't destroy the cover of the book. It actually flows well with the cover of the book.
Yeah.
Dude, I got a double SS of the regular cover up for like $4,500 or something like that.
Yeah.
So $346 with $150 SIG plus a 9.8 plus mailing and all that. That's a great deal.
Yeah.
Yep. Next, we've got a Wolverine #1 9.8. The J. Scott Campbell sold for $17,100 on 58 bids. Shout out to Mercenaut who picked up one of these. I think he's got a 9.8. I wondered if he sold his, but he came out and said he didn't. But
I don't think he did.
$17,000. Woo! I'd be selling mine ASAP.
Yeah.
I sold mine. I think I got like 4,200 for mine. Another fucking swing and a miss for the old
dude. You CPR'd my 9.2, came back 9.2, but I still made good money, but not. Yeah.
We talked about the Incredible Hulk third print 377 last week. There's a 9.8 for $3,000 right there.
There's not many of them, I promise.
No. Amazing Fantasy 15, the volume 2, the first Amadeus Cho. $800. That was what was that selling for at its high?
Maybe
$250.
Yeah, $1,500.
I got 3 of them. I got 3 of them at $250, and I thought ever since his mom was in Avengers 2, the Ultron, they've dangled that connective tissue of having Amadeus. He's a great character. You got him as Hulk. You have him as an intellectual genius. His mom has some connective tissue. The Hercules stuff. there's a lot of different ways that they can go with Amadeus whenever they want to.
Iron Fist after credits, right?
That book sold on April 11th for $2,500. You guys.
What?
Yeah. So I was off.
It sold on March 30th for $2,400. On March 27th for $2,400. That book is crazy down, and even if it continues to drop or if it doesn't, I think that might be a good buy-in. Keep an eye on this book. This could be a great buy-in.
We got first rereads for $150 now, so
I know, man.
I don't know. She just starred in a fucking movie, the biggest movie in the country over the last week. So.
Starred? I don't know if she starred in the movie. She was in the movie.
She's a top 4. Okay, she's one of the top 4 billed people in the movie. Top 2, basically.
Yeah, her books should be selling for more than they are. That's for sure. All right.
And
next on the list,
there is a newsstand of that AF-15. That Amazing Fantasy 15 also. Yeah.
Foxhole 4, one of the all-time greatest books to just own. I wish I owned one of those so bad. This one, it was a very good plus, and it sold for $1,165. One of the most iconic Simon and Kirby covers, one of the most iconic covers of all time. Just great stuff. Walking Dead 100, there's another one of the hero initiatives, the blank variants that are so rare, sold for $561. And
a whole lot less than the last one, right?
Yeah. What's crazy to me is an Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 22. I know it's a newsstand, but a 9.8 of that sells for $330. That blows me.
Hey, all those annuals are tough presses. I don't know. I found one that looks 9.8 today in my closet, so I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, bro, yes.
I'm gonna go with that's cheap.
I can't believe that book sells for that much, man.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's Speedball.
It's like a C level character.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a great name.
That's where the speculation game's at, though. The speculation game is so fucked up. Everything's been speculated on. The people are literally psyching themselves up to get excited about a fucking new warrior named Speedball that no one's given a shit about in 30 years.
Selling for double Riri.
He was cool,
right? And that's the thing. Riri was okay. I mean, with movies,
and she has a show coming up, and Armor Wars.
Yeah, and they're going to need a lot of help. There's a reason that they're bringing in who they're rumored to bring in, because that girl, the character was cool, but the actress, I just thought she was overacting. I thought she was like Cuba Gooding Jr., just trying too hard to act. And that's what came off to me.
Do you guys remember when Civil War happened and Speedball turned into that character Penance?
Oh, yeah.
Such a cool character, dude. Great turn. All right, here we go. That Gwen Stacy number 2, that Ji Hung Lee Virgin variant, I forgot about that book. And it's a pretty nice book. It's his little retake on the one he did before, but yeah, sold for $433. Assuming she was 9.8. Who doesn't love that Incredible Hulk 635, the Granov? I mean,
how is that down to 434?
And how is that not? Doesn't that remind you of Michael Turner?
There on my wall. I don't know.
How is that Gion? How is the fucking Gwen Stacy variant literally the same price as the Granov 635? That's what's wrong with comics.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
People are missing on these auctions these days, man. I don't know.
Yeah. That Hulk 635 is one of those like original OG variants that was so tough to find. Just one of those, 10 variants from back in the day that you want to try and get, Batman 313. Dude, this guy, whoever sold this week, he's some magician guy. He sold a bunch of books. He got killer fucking money on some books. A Batman number 313, a 9.8, sold for almost $1,000, you guys. That blows me away too. I don't get it. What is it? Because of Tim Fox? Is it because of how old it is? What is it?
Tough. Those. What is 313? What is that? 78 maybe. 81. I don't know. That's too expensive for that. Yeah. 80s, I guess. I don't know. I guess the Fox lineage is gonna get more play, I think, in Batman, but I guess that's it. I've got no idea. I would check the census. White Pages probably play into that. I don't know, man.
Weird. All right, next we've got My favorite of all the Venomized variants is the Invincible Iron Man 512, a 9.4 sold for $390. Love that.
Insane.
My buddy found this at a shop in Atlanta, I think for $5. He was going through old variants and he found this thing. Crazy.
Beautiful.
I bought one for $1,200, sold for $2,000.
Nice.
Baltimore, I was with you.
Yeah, well, it's already a 9.8, so there's that. But yeah.
Fantastic Four number 4, a 2.0 unrestored. Most of them are restored that you see sell nowadays for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe somebody can tell me. But a Fantastic Four number 4, unrestored, a 2.0, sold for $2,000. So people are still loving the Namor stuff.
As they should.
Yes. A book that is down, and that is another one of those books you want to keep an eye on, are those Blue Marvel books. How about the whole series, a near mint plus set for $520, you guys? That number 1 would sell for that raw by itself. Like, whoever got that lot, I think that's a great fucking buy.
Wait till they announce Denzel Washington. That's the whole thing.
I think something's going to happen with this guy. Like a friend of mine told me that there's that he saw a toy, like a Blue Marvel toy at the store. I feel like it's coming. Just somebody knows something, because this book has been selling for the longest time.
Dude, they have a movie coming called The Marvels, right?
Yeah.
So let's go with recent casting and new character choices.
But how much should a first appearance? All right, I mean, based on Riri, I mean, everyone's excited about that. I mean, hyping that up for a year and a half. Her book's a part of the big flush right now. So why would a character that doesn't have near as much? I mean, they shoehorned 10 years worth of Riri material in the last 4. Blue Marvel has what's the truth? It's the fucking truth. Blue Marvel has maybe 7 storylines in his whole existence. Like, is that a $2,500 book? Or are they just basing it on the speculatory of they're thinking they're gonna chase like I don't know. It doesn't make sense for some of these characters to be worth what they are, because they don't have the comic book history to have long cinematic careers right now.
Yeah.
And we've already found out that the Marvel cinematic boost for fucking speculation is over. So why in the fuck are these why is this comic book so expensive?
Oh, yeah,
because Denzel might be, and that's the thing. What's he gonna play in the Marvels? What storyline are they going to make Denzel? Because Denzel's
supposed to be Blue Marvel.
I know, but what you think he's gonna sit in a chair and fucking do makeup?
Nah.
It's gonna
it'll be the storyline they told in the Ultimate Avengers storyline with Galactus and all that stuff, right? Didn't they play that storyline?
It was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real good storyline if they can play it out. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
But I mean, okay, I read comics. People read comics. I can't think of like a Blue Marvel story that's good enough to be in an MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just don't understand why that book is I get the speculative thought on it and the FOMO of it, but if Riri is tanking and her big deal, and we're talking about a Marvel TV show, I just want to understand, like, where's the draw now?
Rare, though,
I mean, he's got a much better, significantly better first appearance, and her variant cover, her ratio variant isn't it's down, but it's down on par for the market. The rest of her books, because there's no argument what his first appearance is, and it's a great cover first appearance. You know what I mean? And also, dude, nobody gave a shit. That book sat in the bins. Those books that sat in the bins get beat up. Those books that get beat up in the bins are tough 9/8. It's easy to press, but it's also easy to get a spine tick. Yeah. So if you're one of those color breaks on those, whatever you're 26, 2006, 2009 on those books, you know, they're not just handing out the 9/8s on those things. So I understand the 9/8 premium, but I don't know. And Riri's main book isn't as down as the others. It's just there's not quite as many of them, and it's not $2,000 anymore. People take $800 for a 9/8, but I think his first 9/8 still like $1,600 or $1,800 at least. I don't know.
Yep.
Yep. Look at the Kamala Khan. I was biggest Kamala Khan speculator there was, and they shit the bed with her character. Apparently, because her books are
show.
So the show was decent.
So if the show was as great as if show is great as everybody said it is, why are her books absolutely one of the biggest parts of the Big Flush?
It's a new world out there, and we're all trying to figure it out. That's why we're getting NFT wallets, right? We're trying to figure out this new universe to play in, man. It ain't about movie spec anymore. And I'm sad about that.
Books dropping. Killmonger #2, the 1 in 25 deck.
Oh,
wow!
980 to $305. You guys.
What was that? $2,000 book? Oh my god. Okay.
Well, people finally realize that that's not Killmonger. That's Tyreek Hill.
Wow.
Peach Momoko, her coming out party, of course, was that Ghost Spider 2, 1 in 25, and a 9.8 with the custom Spider-Gwen label sold for $741. I don't know what that usually sells for. Chat, let me know.
I don't know either, dude.
Yeah, I don't see it that often. So, Eerie Comics #1, I love that book. CGC 2.0, the old school Avon Publishing, 1947. Quote unquote first pre-code horror book. $4,000, almost $4,000, $38.50 for a 2.0. Jeez. That is a blue chip of blue chips right there, you guys. All right. I also love this, that Superman 11, that famous Breaking the Chains cover that's iconic on every level, constantly being homaged throughout the last 50 years. And $24.25, almost $2,500 for a old school PGX 5.5.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's your 9.6 Jurjevic Ultimate Fallout 4.
That is down 5,000 to 7,000.
And you know what? It needs to be down about another 5,800 for it to be a realistic price range for what that book should cost. Truth. Yeah. There's so many of them. The Five Below. I mean, they're literally, there's so many of this book printed.
It's a blind demand. It's like Star Wars.
But also the Five Below packs, they could have been damaged, right? Like
most of them were, but there's just so many of the book out there that wasn't. It's a 9.6 in this shouldn't be $800. It should be an $800, $900 book comparatively to the characters in the same market. So this was part of the Big Flush, and it's a part of a market correction that needed to happen because nobody can afford fucking $25,000 for 9.6s and shit like that. It's dumb. Yeah, it's good if you sold them for that price. Obviously, tip of the cap. But, I mean, that's still so much money for a 9.6 of a book that was mass-produced to the way it was. I mean, this is 2011. I mean, how many of the second prints are there out there?
Yeah, so do I, Phil. So do I. Deadline.
Shit.
That Deadline book is one of my all-time favorite books. I'm lucky enough to own one. I can't wait to get it graded. And you don't see it sell very often. And usually when you do see it sell, it does have the British sale on it. Usually you find 90% of these in Britain, of course. First appearance of Tank Girl. What a great Jamie Hewlett cover. Like, I love that, man. Such a cool book.
Some people, this may be just whatever, but some people have speculated that Jamie Hewlett is Banksy. So for whatever that's worth,
that would be awesome. That'd be cool.
There are people try to link that together.
That's cool. All right, next we've got the Geiger book that blew up. Somebody put one up, and it immediately got bought for $2.99. It's the Geiger #1, the 1 in 25 second print sketch cover. It was a 9.9, you guys. A 9.9 of that book sold for $300, and that whoever bought that, congratulations. I'd instantly put that thing up for $1,000.
Absolutely.
Yep. I'm not a big fan of Frank Miller art anymore. Most of 90% of what he puts out now is garbage, but that Thing variant is actually pretty dope. Fantastic Four #1 just came out. It's a 1 in 400, sold for $450 on 37 bids. You don't like it?
I like that.
No,
I like that.
What do I think it's dope.
I like the shit out of it. Just his mouth. I like it. I don't know what it is. It's something different.
The black background, the trade dress up top looks. It's just just take away that barcode at the bottom, and that book is just a beaut, man.
That mouth, you got to call Doc Joe, dude.
Doc Joe's gonna get rich. Doc Joe's gonna make some money off of Reed Richards.
Yeah, the things teeth, dude. Oh man.
Yeah. All right, we'll jump on the toy stuff just because it's there. We'll come back to the toys, but Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Who doesn't love Space Ghost Coast to Coast? You got the Zorak figure with piano accessory. That thing sells for $185. You guys,
That's crazy.
Like, that's the type of shit you can definitely find in like a Zio Records or something. You know what I mean? So be on the lookout for that. All right, let's continue on with some more of the comic stuff. There's definitely some interesting comic stuff that's going on here. Let's do this. Hold on here. Let's do this. And let's get rid of that. All right. Starting off, we have got. I've never seen this. Have you guys ever heard of this book? This book is called Adventures into the Unknown, number 58. It's a vintage American comics group. And it says 3D effect on it. Look at this robot cover, dude. That's badass.
That's cool. That's actually really cool.
For 1950, whatever it is, that is awesome. Old school American comics group, sold for $317. I'm gonna add that to the list. That's a cool book.
Yeah, dude. So is that like the version of like a robot pedophile? Like,
hey, fucking a train.
Like, yeah, it's fucking a train.
Robot. Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm just saying.
Crime Illustrated #1 from EC Comics is an 8.0. You guys, look how awesome this cover is. What a great cover. This cover could be put out today. You could throw an Ed Brubaker, throw it on an Ed Brubaker book, and people would go crazy for this. And this is from 1955. Crime Illustrated #1 and 8.0 sold for less than $400. Look at that cover, dude.
Shit makes
me amazing cover.
Right?
Here's the thing. I don't know why. I keep finding I found EC Comics in this condition for some reason. It's obviously magazine size, and I'm not even talking about like graded. Like I don't know what it is because it's later. It's 1955. It is after SOTI, so it's not it's not pre-code. Yeah. So I have randomly found ones like this and bought them, and they've been like on MCS auctions and stuff, and they've been cheap. They're in my oversized box. Probably only got a few. I don't have this one. I would know if I had this one for sure.
Awesome.
So yeah, but the EC will throw people off a little bit. I just some reason people aren't as interested, but and I say higher grade, but I'm still 1955 and 8.0 is still ridiculous, you know.
Yeah. Next, how about a lot of Spawn #1 to 332 sold for $6,000.
Hey, for the lazy collector, that's a good deal, man.
Right?
Hell fucking yeah.
The one's not even a newsstand. Come on.
185, 86, 788. All that. Yeah. I don't know. So maybe somebody did the math, or they're just lazy and they're Spawn collectors, or I don't know. I just started separating everything, and I realized I have, I think, 3.5 short boxes of Spawn.
Good for you. I've sold all my Spawn. All my Spawns have been sold.
No, but they're getting ripe. I'll tell you that. Fish out those 9.8s, because if you got a Spawn comic, if it's 9.8, you should grade it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Pretty much that goes for any of them.
Next, this is I forget about these every time I see them, and I'm like, oh man, I need to remember these Superman Tim books. The Tim store giveaways.
Was it like from a hardware store or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of them, and they're like straight up golden age comic books basically that they gave away.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So, and this is that's a great cover right there. That's a great cover. And they gave away, this is a lot of them, of 6 for $280 They're from 1948 and 1949. Next we have original Tim Vigil artwork, you guys. This is the cover for a book called The Wrath #1 from Avatar Press. This is such beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it sold for only $330. Look at this, you guys.
It's pretty damn cheap, yeah.
It's good line work.
Oh my God, dude. That's just beautiful.
That's freaky enough. I would frame the shit out of it.
Yes. Yeah. Here's the what it looks like with the. It looks better as the original art, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that head blown out behind it, but right? Look at that. Jesus. Some crazy stuff. I might have to go find that book just because this artwork is just that's beautiful. So $330, you guys keep an eye out for original art. If you think original art's too expensive for you, I don't know, man. $330 for that's pretty amazing. Next, we have a Malibu Sun 8.0. The Air version sold for $1,200. So as you guys, a lot of us know, there is an Air version for the back of Malibu Sun 13. If it's got the reverse negative color stuff, that is the rare Air version. And it sells for quite a bit. As you can see, an 8.0 here sold for $1,215.
Nice.
Next. How about this, you guys? There's one available right now. It's got 16 hours. 16 hours. We talked about this last week.
Is that it? Was that it? There it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
We talked about it last week. This is a different one. This one doesn't have the sticker on it. The other one had the sticker on it, but some people saw that how much he sold for and said, I'm going to put mine up. So there you go. Be on the lookout.
Man, did anybody see the I was at the store today. I saw a Death of Superman reprint polybagged version of the book.
Wow.
I was like, what is the point of this?
Yeah. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. That is the comics stuff. Let's get into the toy stuff. We talked about this last week. These 4 Horsemen Mythic Legions figures. Another one sold for $520, but here's the He-Man one. Sold for $406. They sell for a ton of money.
Wow.
Halloween 1978 young Michael Myers figure. It comes with Michael as old and Michael as the kid. That sells for a grip, you guys. It's from 2006. NECA put it out. $360 on 20 bids it sold for.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. A lot of Thundercat stuff sold this week. A ton of Thundercat stuff. We got 2 Chitara figures with Wily kit. One sold for $310.
Who had a crush on Chitara?
Oh, dude, I was such a big Thundercats fan, dude. Oh my God, bro. I don't know if I had a crush on Chitara, but I was a big Thundercats fan.
Nah, man, Chitara was fine, dog. Chitara was fine.
My favorite Thundercat, well, we'll talk about it in a second, but $406. And look at that. 87 Thundercats Tongueosaurus in box. Did you guys ever know about that?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
$4,000 for that thing, dude.
You know they're talking about me, baby, when it comes to them women. You know, Tongueosaurus.
Yeah.
You know, Tongueosaurus. At the Alaskan Bush Club. Yeah. Live from the bush. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we call it, the bush. We're going to the Bush Co.
Going to the Bush Co. with Tongueosaurus. My
favorite Thundercat. I know everybody's a big Lino fan. Dude, I rocked with Panthro, bro. Panthro was the coolest Thundercat for me.
Yeah.
Who's the monkey dude? Monkey-O?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But see, but I just felt like that Panthro. Listen, so I just had a problem with Thundercats. I just feel like Thundercats was just like racially charged. Like we missed it as kids because like whenever Panthro was getting ready to fight, first of all he had nunchucks. Back in the day, that blaxploitation kung fu was a thing. But then it was like, like whenever he got ready to fight, he was like, stand your ground. And all of a sudden, no, waka, 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 no, jigga, jigga, no. He doing backflips and shit. And I'm just like, what kind of shit is, no.
First of all, hold on. The best Thundercat is by far Snowman and Snow Meow from Hook Mountain. Without fucking question.
Yes.
I need to state that.
Yes. Now, me personally, I was a Tigra person because I like the whip and like he can make himself disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't no BS. I really like Tigra. I thought Tigra was like the joint, was like the shit.
Yeah.
Trey, you ain't have to leave on that note.
Thank you,
monkey,
Adam.
Monkey.
Did you buy Tigra in the girls section of Toys R Us, or was it where
what did you say? Do what? Did I find Tigra in the girls section? Absolutely.
I can't believe
that's why I stole your gal at Toys R Us. Yeah.
$1,300 for that mint on card Panthro figure.
Yeah, $1,300 for don. Stand your ground.
And Mumra is one of the creepiest, coolest villains out of
Fuck yeah!
Ever. Yeah.
You think Mumra would have cut it on Paw Patrol? Fuck no. That's the kind of shit we had nightmares about. It's fucking Mumra coming and stealing you out of your room in the middle of the night, and fucking the Thundercats ain't gonna be there to save you.
Now that is true.
Yeah.
How about
we need to worry about Cobra Commander and shit, killing our dads and stuff. That's the kind of shit we worried about with our cartoons.
These kids worried about a damn flood. It's raining. Send the Paw Patrol. Nigga, we had Mumra coming after your ass in a bad dream. Like
Serpentor, Mumra, Megatron was a fucking giant gun that shot the fuck out of people. Think about it. That was the main villain was Megatron, who was a goddamn German pistol that turned into a giant pistol and shot the fuck at people.
Yeah. But catch the Mumra scream. Like that was scary, bro. Like
he talked, the way Mumra talked.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? See, at least with Skeletor, he sounded like a clown. He-Man. See, But like Mumra had a thing, or Mumra had that thinging with his voice. Ancient spirits of evil. Transform this decayed body to Mumra. Yeah, it was a thing.
The fact that you had the Panthro music fucking remembered to the note was impressive, but that was nice too.
Oh, thank you. I do what I can for the people.
What about Mumator from Freddie Williams there in the He-Man Thundercat series when they merged as one person to fuck everybody up, dude. Sorry, one of the best 6-issue miniseries of all time.
Hey,
yes,
Mumator, baby.
Mumator, something right here.
Goat right there.
Doc Joe just knocked it out of the park with this right here, the Claw from Inspector Gadget. And I gotta bust it out. We're gonna get our copyright right now.
Hello, Chief.
What? Is this the hip hop version of it?
Yo.
This is early 80s.
Wait.
I'll get you. Gadgets. Get you. Get you. Gadgets.
Dude, I had this tape when I was a kid.
Okay, so
right here. The robotic voice. It has enough of that.
Wow.
So first of all, Vinny, why in the hell did you put a hoodie on when this song started? Were you about to bust into a rhyme?
I mean, you never know,
my friend.
You never know.
Okay, I just wanted to point.
But you know, the
out.
other thing about Thundercats is no one ever talks about Bengali, Linkso, or Pamira. The season 2 characters were fucking good. Everyone acts like they didn't.
They never came out for toys, did they?
Yes, I believe so.
Really?
What about somebody said? What about Thundar the Barbarian, Herculoids, and Space Ghosts? I remember those.
Oh yeah. Here's something interesting that Sean put up. This is Freddie Williams, the second art, and he's got a lot of original art here. Look at this.
The cool shit is Trey and I actually looked through this by hand at the one time he went to the PowerCon with me. On Freddie's table, I don't know if you remember, but like he had like a lot of these pages just sitting on there. And my goal was to buy one before I left, and they're expensive. So I didn't, man. So yeah, Freddie Williams got some cool shit. I love his artwork. They've also got he's got Ninja Turtles. He's got a lot of stuff. I legitimately love his style. I was so excited when I saw that he was doing Masters of the Universe Thundercats.
Yeah. All right, next we've got more Thundercats. Here's one of the bad guys, right? Safari Joe. I can't remember. He was a bad guy, right? And it's a Dutch version for $300. Do you guys remember Over the Top? Of course you remember Over the Top. One of the greatest old school movies of all time.
The arm wrestling movie with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, when he's a truck driver, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Did you know they had toys for it?
Shut the fuck up.
No,
that's not Bull Hurley.
Yeah.
Dude, they got Bull Hurley, dude.
Shut the hell up. Why didn't I know? Why were my parents doing when this shit was coming out?
Yeah.
That's their job, is to find out when cool toys like this are coming out.
Yeah. And not only that, there you go, Trey. There's a Star Wars 77 back Luke with the gunner card on the background. I'd never seen that. I didn't know that they've ever had that. So
yeah, I wish the Empire would have killed Luke in 77, but
yeah, I know, right? Here you go. Trey did find. There you go.
Those I've always known, like the season 2 characters. I mean, they made like a couple cases of them and sent them to a few Kmart's and like fucking Wisconsin. There's not a lot of them.
Who the hell is Linkso?
Are you shitting me? Like, you don't know who Linkso, Pamira, and any of those other characters are? The Bengali? Bengali was the fucking man.
Yeah, I remember Bengali. Yeah. All right, here we go.
The new Thundarians.
G.I. Joe. All right. So everybody that was a G.I. Joe fan geeked the fuck out when they found out that Storm Shadow was going to be a Joe, and that the version 2 of Storm Shadow came out and he had his bow and arrow, and then everybody got to see the Arashikaji tattoo on his arm. You remember that? How badass
I have
that
this
was?
on the card.
Well, there you go. $274 for an unpunched AFA 80. I think that's a great buy. I think it's a great buy. When you look
Mine has Ecker drugs on it.
Even better, bro. I want it. So that's one of my favorite all-time Joes. I wish I owned one of those, mint on card. The flag, USS Flag, just the microphone and bullhorn from it, a working microphone and bullhorn, sells for $333.
I have this. Wow. I have this somewhere for sure.
Oh, and then we were talking on Simple Man's last night, and one of the questions came up: what was one toy from your childhood that you owned that if you could go back and have now, what would it be? And mine was the 85 G.I. Joe Snake Eyes with Timber on card. That is my and here's one that sold for $1,187. That's my favorite all-time G.I. Joe. Nothing even gets close to version 2 Snake Eyes.
I'm right there with you, Brian, and I actually this feels like a buyable price. Like it feels like a lot, but man, I would do it. I would do it.
Yes.
For an 85?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 9.8 in the action figure world, from what I understand.
Yep. And Storm Shadow sells for $2,000 and up on that. So I'm comfortable paying $2,000 for Storm Shadow.
Yeah.
All right. Next, a Boba Fett from '83, Return of the Jedi, sold for $11.97 on 25 bids. And there's a big chunk taken out of the card, as you guys can see. Still sold for a lot.
Wow.
Sumo Michelangelo and Raph with accessories and coins sold for $15.75. Some of those late era Ninja Turtles sell for so much money, even open. It's crazy. I love old school nostalgia, and I know a lot of you guys that grew up in the 70s. That is nostalgia for you right there. That hits home for a lot of people. That Farrah Fawcett red swimsuit poster, a signed version with COA from JSA, sold for almost $550, which is awesome. That's pretty damn cool to have that original poster for that long, right?
Farrah Fawcett was fine.
Oh my God, man! You kidding me?
No,
I'm
really asking. In a
top shelf.
Top shelf, really?
She was.
Oh yeah,
top shelf.
Yep.
Okay.
How about this, you guys? M&M Slim Shady promo prescription flyer from 2000.
I've had those. I had a whole stack of those.
Bro.
Well, whoever you gave them to was making money on eBay.
Yeah.
Right?
Clearly.
I'm talking about I had a whole prescription pad, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was a stack.
That shit's cool, dude.
Yep.
That shit's super cool. Original 1968 Doors concert flyer. That's badass, dude. For Fresno, California, a place called The Shag, and it sold for $1,269. And then the OG Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon nunchucks poster in decent condition sold for $227. Next, some vinyl LP, some Beatles stuff. We have a Hard Day's Night white label promo LP sold for $910. The 1966 Yesterday and Today famous paste over butcher cover. You guys know I always bring it up. It's the one where they're ripping apart the baby toy. Sold for almost $2,000. And then an OG super, super rare Meet the Beatles with second album on the back. Sold for $3,050.
That's crazy.
All right. Death Row Records promo press photo, and it's the OG promo press photo with everybody on Death Row at the time. Usually you only see Dre, Suge, Snoop, and Pac, but then the bigger one has everybody there. So that's pretty dope. Sold for $202. A signed Lithium CD by Nirvana with Kurt Cobain's signature on it. Sold for $306, and I feel like that is such a great deal, man. I would love to own a signed Lithium CD by Kurt Cobain. And then I missed out. Here's a perfect example of you guys, like, it sucks doing the market report because you always find shit that you miss out on. The OG Jimi Hendrix original 1968 postcard, which is big. It's about the size of like a Wizard or a Nintendo Power or bigger. Sold for $373. So next, some Nintendo stuff. The Pikachu Nintendo 64, the special console, sold for just under $2,000, almost $1,800, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then Mario Karts, a sealed in package, non-graded one, sold for $1,525, and then a graded 8.0 WATA sold for $1,225. So pretty cool.
Feels actually pretty decent. Like,
yeah.
That was such a big game.
Pretty fair.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have got a couple more just to go through here real quick. All right. There we go. All right. This is the Star Wars vintage Boba Fett, Kenner Boba Fett mail away with baggie, booklet, and note that talks about what he is and everything. It's got all of it, as you can see. And there's all the cool stuff. Originally, our Star Wars Boba Fett action figure was designed to have a spring-launched rocket. The launcher has been removed from product for safety reasons. If you are dissatisfied with the product, please return it to us, and we will replace it with any Star Wars mini action figure of choice. Because if you remember, originally, it was supposed to have the launching one, and when they sent it out, they had to explain people why it didn't have the launching missile. So sold for $1,000, and I feel like that's a pretty good buy. Here you go, Marcus. Here's another Optimus Prime for you that you need to go find. This is the Japanese promotion Pepsi Optimus Prime. How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
That's badass, man.
Yeah.
Like Takara, and it sold for $1,000. AFA, cool. It's an AFA 85, right? Wait, what is it? AFA 9.25.
Be cool if it was Coke, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that. That's dope.
We all like Coke.
Yeah. Muscleman, here is a lot of the neon ones for $400. So a lot of us probably have these in our parents' attic.
You know how many of those I had in a Ziploc bag of those sold for $400?
Yep. And Sean's gonna go grab it, a Ziploc bag full of it right now. Watch, he probably already sold it.
He's gonna send me a Ziploc bag or something else because he's being bad right now. Sean is. I love him. He's being bad. I love it.
That is amazing. I would love to have those, man. So cool. So that was $401 for that. All right, back to Thundercats. This is from Argentina. It's Thundercats Shuttle Gun Mutant Gunship on cards still. I don't know how it survived. It's just destroyed. But look at this thing. Hold on here. It's like Mumra, and he's got like this weird shuttle that he flies around on from the Argentinian toy manufacturer. It sold for $736. So, all right, Sean, what you got? Hold on.
Is that your sale?
Are you kidding me?
Dude, you got about 800 there, maybe 1,000.
Dude, I just found them again. You kidding me? It's my favorite thing I own. It's not for sale.
These are about $20 a pop, bro. Each one of those things.
If I ever get famous, like most of them have my initials on the feet, my mom can tell the difference between my friends and mine.
That's smart, bro.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, you want to see something? You want to see something cool, Brian?
Huh.
Not my sale, but yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr. signed professional model baseball bat, but I don't think that's the coolest part about that.
Oh, the fucking I haven't decided what to do with the certificate yet, but yeah, it's a Ken Golden scoreboard COA, which quite controversial if you know the history behind the scoreboard.
I like the black Adirondack bats, though. I gotta tell you.
Yes, yeah,
dude, I picked that up on Facebook Marketplace for $250, McClay.
Wow, not bad at all.
In Houston.
No, that's okay. Dude, that was OKC.
Oh, that was OKC. Okay, got it.
I would geek out. I'm not a big fan of aliens, but this is fucking cool as hell, man. Life size, 1-to-1 head bust of an alien warrior.
Don't you guys want to see what McClay's searches and shit look like when he's looking for?
I'm gonna tell you, ain't nothing cool about this.
Honestly, I want to see there's some alien fucking mask and shit on there.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to search on eBay for alien head. That's what I'm gonna look for.
All these are fucking amazing. I just don't have the creativity that he has. I mean, literally, to think about the shit that he searches for and finds.
It amazed me for years with this shit, dude.
No, I wouldn't want this. Can you imagine walking in this man's house with that shit there? It looks like a big ass roach.
Dude, if that was over the fireplace, that's badass. I don't give a shit who you are.
Yeah, bro. That'd be dope over the. Here we go. It is.
People think you're weird enough they would never want to come over again, which is the whole point.
20 inches high, 13 inches wide, and 30 inches long, you guys.
No.
30 inches long, dude. That fucking
keep going, Trey.
Bro.
There we go.
Jesus.
No.
Look at this Bryan Adams comment. Let's come up with search ideas during Bogcast.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mind expanded, sir.
Yeah. Look at that.
That is badass. I mean, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do. I mean,
100%. I put that in my house.
Damn
I'm
right.
not gonna lie to you. That looked like a roach body.
If you have little kids, that will scar them for life.
Yes,
no, it doesn't. That'll make
wake
that's
up.
the kind of shit we watched. We were
Look at
6
that.
and 7.
Look at
I'm
that.
fresh. I'm fresh out of kids, and
fucking
Yeah,
life,
look.
Benny.
Yeah, I agree with Trey. I'll make them men.
I mean,
If that's the kind of shit that scares you, you got to just turn it in.
10,
Yep.
10, I feel like 10, 8 to 10. I don't know. 4, 3. I don't know.
No,
Okay,
20,
I'll give you that.
Look at that. Look at that.
I won't give you 6 though. 6, they should be able to handle the fucking alien queen.
I saw Rambo when I was 5.
Bro,
Yeah, I feel
I'm sorry. No, listen, I was 5 watching Dolomite. Like, if you really want to see some funny shit, be a kid watching Dolomite, a blaxploitation film. Whenever you get a chance, watch Dolomite, and you'll know where you'll understand my comedy. If you go watch Dolomite, Dolemite, Dolomite. It will. It's yeah.
Not to be confused with Gyromite. All right, next.
Not to be confused with Gyromite.
or dynamite.
Hey, how old was Newt when she went? Hey, Brian, how old was Newt when she went down into the
Probably
fucking?
7.
Was she?
Right.
I thought she was 5 or 6.
7 maybe. Here's the Listen and Fun Tripwire. I had one of these. I remember getting it. It was on a big, huge card, and it came with a tape and everything, an orange tape. This sells for a grip, and it's funny. He includes a little USB with it that has the song, the whole thing on the tape, because he doesn't have the tape, and it sold for $300. So pretty cool.
When did that come out? 1985. They didn't have USB
Yeah.
sticks.
No, that's why he put it in there, because he doesn't have the tape.
So
yeah.
I was like, this is cap. I was like, what is this thing?
Vinny's like, hold on, fellas. There's been a injustice.
We were talking about this last week. These collector cases are selling for a grip. But this one, $400 it sold for. But look what was in it, you guys. This is kind of cool. It had all of those.
Oh,
in there.
What?
OG Starduster, all the original Joes, rock and roll. I mean, it has all the OGs in it basically, except for Snake Eyes and a couple of the Cobra Soldiers. It has Scrap Iron, Major Blood, and it has all the cards and the. Look at that, dude!
wow.
It seems like a pretty.
Oh,
deal.
Snake Eyes was there originally, but he's not there no more. He even had some of the weapons. So, pretty
Of course,
good.
Snake Eyes not there anymore, dude.
Hell no, he probably
He
kept.
was at flea market to replace fucking him.
$400. Yeah. 400.
That was sold. Snake Eyes sold separately.
And then, yeah.
Exactly.
Tusken Raider. This is a Tusken Raider.
Raiders.
Sold for $529. And then hold on, I got a couple more.
Shout out
Oh,
Solo
that's
Wookie.
okay. Got it. Okay, because I was like, what in the fuck? Like what?
I
like,
love
what
this
is
poster, you guys. I have to get one of these posters at some point in decent condition and then frame it. This is one of the coolest all-time things, in my opinion. 1971 Third Eye blacklight poster of Silver Surfer. That's just beautiful.
Alex
Gorgeous,
Ross did a
man.
whole book, Fantastic Four book recently
Fantastic Four.
in
Yep.
this style. Yeah, it's cool.
Hey, I got a question. How come Dr. Manhattan shows dong and Silver Surfer doesn't?
Because nobody wants to see Dr. Manhattan dong.
No, but I mean, Dr. Manhattan shows dong in comics and in film. And how come where does the Silver Surfer's dick go?
He puts it in his Silver Surfer shorts.
There's Norrin Rad. There's something suspect about him. I've never.
Silver Surfer
never
identifies
understood.
as they.
Oh, I don't even care about
and
that. I
them.
just want to know why he's got everything
How about
on him
this one,
except
you
the,
guys?
Bigger dick
This
than anybody drawn by Rob Liefeld.
All right.
Yeah, Silver Surfer.
I
That's
would
why
buy
you got them
this.
draws
Have you
on.
guys ever seen this? It's a sideshow poster.
I've seen this before.
It's the X-Men, the Jim Lee
that
X-Men.
Magneto looks sneaky as
I've
fuck.
seen it.
Look at his eyes.
That's good.
Right? That's badass.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's awesome.
They better pay Jim. Ooh, look
Looks
at
like
Jim.
fucking Marvel masterpieces.
Yeah.
Man, I
It
want
sold
somebody
for
to draw me.
$355.
I want somebody to draw me as Magneto, but I'm gonna be Magneto, like put like a pimp hat on me, and I'm gonna be Magneto. Like it's Magneto, baby. Like when I get
you
in.
make fun of Dolomite and you Magneto. You want to know one of the first movies that I remember watching as a kid? This is gonna trip you out. The Mac with Richard Pryor.
Yeah, the Mac.
Yep.
You know it. Your bitch chose me.
Yeah.
You know the very first movie that I found out, and I remember that I went to at the theater, was Wildcats with Goldie Hawn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you remember the high school football movie?
Russell? Yeah.
This is
where the dude Finch had the money, and at the end, remember he had to always pay him to play, and he didn't give a shit at the end. He wanted to play real bad. He just takes all the money out on the field and gives it to Goldie Hawn. Then he goes and blocks the field goal. It's such a good movie.
I gotta watch it.
$1,750 for this box in 1987 Marvel Universe cards. I forgot about these, man.
A lot of
Still in the cellophane. I hope that when this guy opens that these packs are in here. I really do. I feel like they're not going to be. But anyways.
That cellophane looks a little wonky.
Right? Yeah. It looks a little
saran wrap.
Yeah.
Surprise! All right. It's crack.
So this I saw is interesting, and I don't know if it's a comic or not. I think it is a comic, obviously. It looks like one, and it's graded a 9.0. Fish Las Vegas concert in 2021, October 30th, Halloween of 2021. Look at this.
They win as Power Rangers.
Set of the MGM Grand promotional giveaway from the MGM Grand. Dude, I bet you this is a great if you can find these, man, in Las Vegas, maybe pick them up. Fish fans go crazy for this type of shit, dude.
Wow.
So $150 is sold for. And then finally tonight, as we end the show, this is some cool shit right here.
Das
All right, this is a seller called Creative Music SF. And they sold all these recently. All right. This is a 8x10 press kit set. It's all signed. That's West cool. Coast rap. This is this is the type of shit that I wish Marcus would just bust out for us. You know what I mean? Like I know he's got some of the shit.
Put a dick on your head.
Hey guys, 69 XX69 Biz is back. Everyone, tell her bye and welcome her back. Hi. We're still waiting on our promo links and some shit like that.
There we go. I mean, House Effects, right? $416.
Wow.
Barrier, like Master P from Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me. $320. These are the type of things that they give and that you put up in the record stores. Marcus knows about these. He's probably put these up.
These are called flats. I used to have
Marcus
just
took that
garage
photo.
full of. Yeah, absolutely.
It was a scratch and sniff.
Man, go look. No Limit used to have one from a chick called Mercedes. Go pull that artwork up from No Limit. She's bent over a car, and I never forget. I used to put that up in stores. And people would be trying to see if they could see, like, in the little crevice of the short. Like, you got to pull it up. It's like Mercedes, No Limit Mercedes. And
Gangstar.
It's like a girl. Yeah.
Guru and DJ Premier. Dangerous Crew. Signed by Too Short and Ant Banks, you guys. That is fucking... This $207. Exhibit... It's
Souls
signed.
of Mischief. Wow, who knew Souls of Mischief would sell for $133?
Right, and it says, Too Creative Music. So, LL Cool J, old school 1987.
That only went for 128.
Oh, that's
some of those other shitty rappers were
MC Shan.
It's not signed.
Yeah,
it's just a
I was about to
promo.
say, that's not LL Cool J. Holy shit.
J-Ro the Damages, shut the fuck up. Yeah. How much did that go for?
$103 bucks.
There you go.
You're playing yourself. God, J-Ro is the man. Holy shit, that feels
crazy, bro.
I'd have bought that.
Look at this.
I think it is Mercedes license to drive. Yeah.
Gunslingers. I mean, it just keeps going. So.
Ooh, what is that? What is that Wu-Tang coin?
A rap promo coin, the W2000. It's a promo coin. Let's get out. Yeah,
I'm literally getting one of these.
DMX. Look at this. Before DMX, I guess. What is this?
Yeah.
Was there a DMX?
Document.
Yeah, that would DMX went in there. Look at that, Vanessa
That
Williams.
Vanessa Williams went for $40.
That's just trash.
That's
That ain't even
disrespectful.
the plaque is worth more. The plaque costs more than what it's sold for.
Look at this.
The plaque is like $1,300.
Old school Outcast ATLians.
Yeah, $56 for a flat. Y'all don't understand. These flats were free, y'all. Yeah. They would come 500, 600 in a box.
There's a Death Row.
Oh man, I feel so stupid. Man, I had so many Tupac posters and
pretty cool though. I mean,
we get into my best shit. The price keeps going down.
Dude, I know it's crazy.
I've never had a party without DJ Quick ever in my life. Yeah. That's it.
Same with me. Yeah.
Cool Rock J.
DJ Quick fan. But yeah, as you can see, it just keeps going. So this shit sells for a lot of money. It's going down, but pretty cool stuff. So, music.
Jeff Katz on a motorcycle only went for 20.
Not Dre. Yeah, right.
Look at the dude from Bon Jovi. Who the fuck could buy that? His mom.
Dude, Mac Dre promo posters. Get a signed Mac Dre. Shit.
Right. Good luck.
Yo, pull up the. Hold on, Brian. Pull up the Mercedes. Pull up the Mercedes No Limit artwork, bro. Pull up the Mercedes No Limit artwork, and just know when you pull this up, just know that was me going into like your local record store, and I'm putting up a display of nothing but just raw ass cheek and shorts.
Hold on, I got it right here.
And
is it the one I linked?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, she was bent over. People were trying to look in the shorts.
Mark is gonna need a fan if he keeps talking about it.
Yeah.
People were trying to look in the shorts. Just people.
No, me.
There you go.
Brian's Jamie skills are getting tested tonight. He's fucking on fire.
There it is.
Oh goodness.
I remember.
Look at the
dude, I missed them fucking. I missed them late 90 $28 wrap covers. That literally caught. They be like, I got. What's the budget for that wrap cover? No limit. I got $27.
But look at the shorts. You could tell. Like, first of all, you could tell that there's a lot going on in them shorts. But the other side is that people were literally trying. I remember people literally trying to look
like it was 3D, just like
Nobody gets his content on any other podcast, motherfuckers. Nobody. I promise you, they ain't never talked about Mercedes. Just fucking. I love it. This is why I have fun.
3 hour long tonight, you guys. We gave you a lot of stuff tonight. We gave you some great NFT content. We gave you some great video game content. We gave you some great collectible content. We talked about eBay Live and the tools that are available to you out there. And we had a really fun market report. This is what you get every week on the Radar. It's going to continue. Make sure you guys jump on the Discord ASAP. Like, that's where you guys want to be right now. Starting hopefully next week, we're going to start taking calls at the end of the show and give you guys the ability to bullshit with us. And we'll have to figure out how that plays out. But make sure you guys sub up if you're not subbed up. Before we leave, I want to say thank you to everybody out there that has rocked with us at any point on this channel. We haven't even been going for a year. Not only did we break the 100,000 view mark today or this week, we broke the 50,000 hours watched mark this week. So much love to everybody out there. Make sure you guys sub up, hang out with us every Wednesday night, every Saturday night live. And this is the great type of stuff you get. That being said, we're going to call it a night. What do we want to send everybody off with tonight, Marcus?
Listen, be careful in them streets nowadays. Strap up if you know you're about to do something, because these hoes can't be trusted. And get your money. Don't let your money get you. Lastly, if you're gonna be the big dog, you get the big piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying?